Jess and I were just watching a 1996 trivia thing on like the React shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, which one of these was not released in 1996 and whatever. Yeah, it was like, what were the top 10 games of N64?
Zelda,
Jeez,
Mario.
Which Zelda, which Mario? You can't just say that.
Both Zeldas, Mario 64. There's only one Mario, right?
No,
like main
Mario
Mario.
Kart. There's Mario Party.
No, main Mario. But okay,
that's why you can't just say Mario.
On there. Okay, no. When you say Mario, no one thinks Mario Kart. You think fucking Mario. You think of
someone who doesn't know might just say Mario thing, and there's only Mario Kart. No, maybe that's the only Mario that they ever played.
Then that fool needs to get out and touch some grass. Then,
oh, you're gonna be like
games.
Yeah, I thought you're gonna say that fool needs to leave the planet.
I mean, it could happen. Someone might only ever had Mario Kart, and that's all he ever knows. Yes, it could happen, but I think 99.9 of people think Mario side scroller,
especially in if they were like college kids who didn't really like grow up with Mario. Like Mario Kart was like, I bet you like anyone who was a college kid in that time would be like, oh, Mario Kart was my jam, bro. Like they would all just say like that was my shit.
Yeah, I could see that. Or even what's the other one?
Those are the only people I think would only think that.
Yeah,
or Mario Party.
Or Mario Party. That's the only Mario But Mario's so again, it's harder to really claim that with Mario, him being around since 1980 whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be more accurate to say like maybe Sonic Racing or something like that. They're like, that's the only Sonic I ever know.
But also, some of these fools were saying like Super Mario World, and it was just like, oh, just like faceplant, like or facepalm, like that's the wrong console.
Yeah.
Yeah. GoldenEye was one of them. Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Star Fox, Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie.
Sure.
Diddy Kong Racing, actually. Diddy Kong Racing really surprised
me. I love
me.
that game. I've never played it.
Dude, Diddy Kong Racing is so good. It's like miles better.
Yeah.
Miles better than Mario Kart, to be honest. Oh, Mario Kart was another one. And I never remember the other two. But yeah, it was like, Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the 10th one was, but yeah. I was really surprised seeing Diddy Kong Racing on there because I was like, what? I thought like only I liked that game. Like,
yeah.
No,
I was like, you guys want to play Diddy Kong Racing? And they're like, nah, man, Mario Kart. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just beat your guys' ass on this.
I just never owned it. So, but like I said, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos over the last 10, 15 years that rave about that game. I'm like, damn, maybe I should have played that game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just never owned it. So.
Yep.
So I'll start off with the weekly recap, if you don't mind. I got shit that happened to me.
Shit that happened to you IRL?
Yeah. The weekly recap.
Not just the same old?
Not the weekly recap, I guess.
Nothing to report.
Yeah.
No, dude. No, both of them happened today within like a fucking hour or two of each other, dude.
Oh, shit. It's not even work related because you didn't work today.
No, not related. So the first one is I was like, all right, I'll play a little MGS, and I go turn it on and I got my red rings of death on that PlayStation 3.
Oh, your yellow light?
Yeah, the yellow. Yeah. So what is that? Just a thermal? I need to clean it out or whatever.
I don't remember, to be honest.
So I'm hoping I can take it to that game store where I sent those pictures of the signed Liquid and Solid Snake figurines.
Uh-huh.
They told me they do, restoration / cleanings and all that crap. So I was like, all right, hopefully they can do this for me. Like she couldn't quote me a price. She's like, it's different for everything. And I was like, yeah, I get it. It should be about $100. So I might take it in there. And then the second thing that happened is I was making some dinner. I was making some tuna. And so my wife bought freaking some champagne for, New Year's, right? Mm-hmm. And we popped it open. We drank a little bit of it, but we didn't finish it. We don't really know the drinks. It was just mostly we didn't even finish the glass that she poured. It was just mostly a formality kind of thing, right? And freaking, she put it in the fridge and she put it laying down. And I saw it like a day or two ago and I said, yeah, I don't like that. I said, whatever, right? Because I'm working. So I just literally come home, open the fridge, grab bread or something simple and make a sandwich, get out for lunch. But anyway, so then today I was like, I needed to get deeper into the fridge and I grabbed that bottle and I said, with my luck, this fucking thing will pop, dude.
Yep.
And I grabbed it and I said, point it away from my face. And I moved it up to the upper shelf real quick. And I even said, this thing's gonna pop. Literally, it blows, goes right past my fucking face. I felt like Solid Snake, dude, in the tanker with Olga, bro. I swear to God, dude, that shit. You're like, bye. I mean, I literally, boom, like I just dodged the shit out of that. And I was like, dude, I knew it was gonna fucking happen. I'm sure it wouldn't have killed me. So no, but if it would have hit my eye,
Oh yeah,
it could have hurt
That's
bad.
an injury.
It would have hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hurting would be the best case scenario. Like potential eye damage. We're getting older here, so like, unlike Kriss, I can't jump fucking 15 feet from the roof. You know, like I jumped 3 feet, and I'm like, oh shit, my knees. You know. So yeah, cork to the eye. You know, I don't know. Who knows what it would have done? So I would have fucking been the real big boss or Solidus. You know, with the fucking patch. Not big boss, I guess, on the right side. Yeah, so I thought it was fucking crazy. I was like, wow, both these things happened like right now, like within an hour. I was like, that's fucking nuts. So again, that's all that happened to me. But I thought it was funny that my PlayStation died, so I'm kind of sad. I'm hoping we can fix it, and so I can continue not just to play Metal Gear Solid 4, but it's my PlayStation 3. You know, it's part of my collection, so I want to keep it. It's one of the 80 gig consoles, the ones that were like 90% backwards compatible. So that's why I love that thing, because I can play any of my old games that I want on it. So
right. Well, damn.
Yeah, so I thought it was funny as hell, because I literally laughed, and I was like, because I literally was like I was crouched over, like I said, I dodged it, and I fucking dropped to the ground, and I was like covered in fucking champagne and everything. I'm like, motherfucker! Like I knew it was gonna happen. Like I'm glad it happened to me instead of my wife, because she probably would have got smacked in the face.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes other people are just like they wouldn't think it.
Yeah, no,
like,
I would.
This is gonna pop.
I might have manifested it too. Like sometimes you know how you do that, you're like, I'm gonna eat shit, and then you eat shit. You're like, I know it's gonna eat shit. I was like, this thing's gonna pop. I'm like this motherfucker's gonna pop. I'm like, yep, and then so yeah.
Now what you need to do next time that happens is that when the champagne cork pops out of you, jump off of it and do a backflip.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say shoot the bottle before it hits the ground.
No,
shoot the bottle. Yeah,
that didn't happen. You talk about the knife.
Yeah, no, I know. I know.
So yeah, so that was fun, but yeah, and then just to finish off, the tuna came out really goddamn good. It was delicious.
Good. Happy,
nice.
A happy ending. How was the cleanup though?
I cleaned.
That shit's sticky.
Oh yeah, so I told my wife, I said, hey, if you get a chance, if you can call me, and she did, and I told her what happened, and she's like, oh my god, I knew it was gonna happen too. I'm like, yeah, I knew too. And she's like, well, I didn't want to play it down, but there was nowhere else to put it, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but like, come on, you know. So anyways, and I said, hey, I cleaned up the best I can. So like, if you get home, because she gets home like around 1 a.m. I was like, if you get home and there's like sticky spots, that's what it is. It's fucking champagne. So I didn't get to all of it, you know. But like I said, I got most of it like while it was still wet. So
nice.
But anyways, yeah. So that was me. I was like, I gotta say this before I forget.
Word. I mean, I don't think you would forget that easily.
No, but I mean, in case we started going on different tangents about fucking Kung Pao or some shit, and then you
know. Never. We would never do that. What are you talking about? Kriss, how about you? Any near eye losing experiences?
No, actually, my week was fairly calm. They're continuing construction, but they're not doing the power tools and stuff anymore. So I think we're getting close to the end of it. I thought I said like I think a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that it was probably gonna be another couple weeks. They're still not done, so I don't know how much longer it's gonna be.
Like the money pit, dude.
I think
2 weeks.
Yeah, they are. I think they're laying the concrete and stuff now and doing the stucco and everything. So it shouldn't be too much longer, and I will have my back porch again. So that'll be nice. But otherwise, everything's been fine. Pretty calm, and I've been playing some more Satisfactory, watching anime and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been a pretty chill week.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I have glasses now. I've had prescription sunglasses for about a year. I think German knew that because I use them for work.
No.
But I don't know if I told you they were prescription because I was like, I can't like lose them or leave them or anything because they cost money. But yeah, so my yearly came up. And we finally went to do the appointment and whatever. And yeah, they're saying that there's not much difference. Like I don't need them,
but it helps you.
Yeah,
more preventative.
Maybe I don't know, but when I put them on, like things look sharper. So I'm like, I want to, especially with text. Text becomes super sharp, especially with what do you call it? Screens.
Yeah, see, that's what I got too, man. Like I should really go again, but I got the same thing you got pretty much. Like, I don't really need them. Like, I can see fine, but it's just like that really fine print, quote unquote. It's not even fine print. It's just fucking, you know.
It looks like it's got it's like glowing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
edges
yeah.
are kind of feathered or a little blurry.
Yeah. No, I got the
So
same thing. I should get one more treatment, or what do you call it, exam, before I decide to spend that extra. What is it? $200 the company allows us for those goggles.
well, that's for work safety
Hmm.
glasses. Is it $200?
I think they gave us $200 to spend towards them. So
Oh, to spend towards them. Right.
yeah.
Yeah, no, these were from outside of work. Like these, I wanted to get like a set for outside of work.
Mm-hmm.
So I have actual glasses that, aren't tinted for the sun. So I'm using them right now. I was literally trying to put them on while I had the headphones on, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a thing now. So I had to take my headphones off, put the glasses on, and then now I put the headphones
Yeah.
above that.
I might try like contacts or something like that, because I just hate. I know I'm gonna fucking drop them and lose them. So
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, but I don't really feel like doing contacts. I don't know. My eyes are already pretty dry to begin with, and adding something to it might just make it worse. And
yeah,
then when the pollen comes around, it just feels like I have rocks in my eyes, and it's just going to be worse. So
really.
I don't know. I might try them if my vision never does get worse, where I'm like, okay, I do need these glasses.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I also got a second pair of sunglasses, prescription also, but for outside of work, because I don't like wearing my work ones outside of work. Just like I'm gonna lose these ones or whatever.
Yeah. Plus, it's nice to have extra pairs too. So
Yeah. But these ones are sunglasses. I like them. Like they frame my face pretty well too. Like that was kind of like my thing. I was just like, like how am I gonna look with these? Because people look strange with glasses who don't wear glasses, and vice versa. People look strange without glasses when you're used to seeing them with glasses.
mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck it, just YOLO it, and the ones I found were pretty good.
I don't know. I've always had the opinion that everyone looks better with glasses. I don't know what it is. And I don't know if it's because like everyone who wears glasses like knows what works well for them. I don't know. It's just I've always had the opinion that everyone always looks better with glasses.
Huh.
So
you get to that cool anime, push them up with your finger.
Not even that. I don't know what it is. Like women are more attractive. Men look cooler. I don't know what it is. It's just everyone looks better with glasses.
See.
So you don't like the movie She's All That?
If it was backwards, I would love it. Yeah.
So no, I was gonna say that's like something in the media that I don't know what I wanted to say. The word I was trying to use, but like for me, I think I mentioned it way earlier in the seasons or whatever you call this, the episodes. That like, yeah, Hollywood got to me, and I think smoking looks fucking cool. Like, don't smoke, the kids, but you're fucking holding a cigarette. You look fucking badass, and especially if you smoke it right before you do something cool.
Yep. Yeah. Or if you use it to like light a scene on fire, right? You laid down the gunpowder or the fucking
exactly. You gotta flick it away,
like,
all badass, flick it, and walk away from
in your head. You're just like,
shit.
slow motion and everything.
In my opinion, the only one who looks cool when smoking is Sanji.
Sanji, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, anime.
Yeah. It's not that I don't know anything about anime. You guys keep referencing the animes I haven't seen.
I haven't seen One Piece. I know of One Piece. I just never seen it. So
yeah. Anyway.
So cool.
Welcome back, everybody, to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast, where we discuss the games from 1987 all the way to the present in chronological release date order. I am one of your hosts, Luis, codenamed Red Noise, now with glasses, and I'm accompanied by my 2 glass lenses.
Monocles.
Right. Two monocles, which would be
bionicles? Which would be glasses.
Nope, they would be bionicles.
Your 2 bifocals, maybe?
Bifocals. Is that what they're called? Bifocals? No.
Bifocals
is when you have 2 lenses in one lens, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, like, that sounds like something I already know. But, German, codenamed Chronorizer.
Yeah. Hey.
And Kriss, codenamed Blue Rhino Boss.
Hello.
So, yeah. I think we need to dive in right off the bat.
Yeah. Oof.
I was in Chris's stream. I caught some of it visually. Mostly I was just listening audibly, because that's the only way you can listen is with your ears. And there was a moment, this is kind of jumping ahead a bit, but when the game suddenly starts playing the heliport part of MGS1.
Yeah.
And all I can hear him is going, oh,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
dude. Oh, dude. I was
oh.
working and I was like, someone clip it. Someone clip it.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to see he who shall not be named sent me the link to the clip.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And yeah, Chris's face was just like, it was so priceless.
Just so you know, Kriss, that was all of us. I think that was every single person that's played this game. Was like, what?
That caught me so off guard.
Well,
I was like, holy crap. I referred to it in my stream as a nerdgasm. But yeah, it was so nice. I was like,
it was cool.
Crap.
Here's the thing though. I think 99% of the people knew we were going back to Shadow Moses because of trailers. So we weren't surprised to be going back to Shadow Moses. It was the MGS1 gameplay.
Yeah,
I was like, what? You're like, dude, this is dope.
Well, they even say, like, I somewhat paid attention to the briefing this time. They even said, like, oh, he's probably in Shadow Moses. And I was like, wait, that is North America, isn't it? And I was like, so we are going to North America, but it kept showing the wolf. So I was confused. I was like, what? So the mantis isn't in North America?
Yeah. You know, which, by the way, that was cool. What do you call it? Predictions on your part there. You're like, I remember this one thing, so I think it's gonna be mantis and it's gonna be over in America. I was like, hey, I was like,
yeah, because I didn't remember that at all.
Like, I kind of forgot about America, it too. I think, oh yeah,
they did say that, right?
When they showed like some kind of map, they're talking about PMCs.
Yeah, I think it was the first briefing, the first mission briefing, when they were talking about the BMCs and the rebels and everything, and they showed a map, and it wasn't like oh, this is where it is. It was just kind of like
it wasn't
almost in the background, almost like a watermark.
Yeah, it was just kind of there while they're talking about the PMCs. Yep, yeah, no, Kriss, that was a very good. When you mentioned that, I was like, oh shit! I was like, Kriss actually kind of paid attention. He's wrong, but he paid attention. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I thought mantis in North America was because they had the Raven was in South America, and the
no, the Raven was in Europe.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, the octopus was in South America.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was backwards anyway. Okay. Yeah. I did. Okay. So I didn't think about that. Yeah. So. Okay.
So whatever you're about to say was moot, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was half right. We went to North America. I was wrong about the enemy, but
the enemy,
yeah. that was another thing.
Oh, so I forgot something. Hold on.
Yeah, I love that.
What was the name of this one, Kriss? This chapter or act?
Twin Sons.
Yeah. Why?
Someone has a twin.
Who has a twin?
Snake.
Why would it be twin sons?
Twin snakes.
Twin snakes.
Oh. What? Because I remember when it said that I could have sworn it wasn't the last chapter Twin Sons, but it was Solidus' son, wasn't it?
The third son, I think, wasn't it?
Was it third son?
It was, yeah, maybe.
No, hold on. So it's where's the first one?
Fucking computer.
Yeah, god damn it.
If only I had a rope.
God damn it. I feel like the first one's Liquid Sun.
I think you're
so.
right.
And it was Solid Sun.
And then it's Solid Sun? And then Twin Sons?
No, then it would be
because then it would be Twin Sons twice in a row.
No, because we only have 3 acts right now. We're in the 3rd act.
We're in the 4th act, bro.
Yeah, we did the 3rd act in one. Yeah.
This is the 4th.
Oh, shit.
3rd act was Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Because Act 3 we did in one go.
I fucking blocked that out of my memory again. See?
Yeah. That's how bad you hate that.
That's how much I hate it. Okay, so Liquid Sun, Solid Sun, Third Sun, Twin Sons.
Yeah.
Was it Third Sun? Okay.
Third Sun, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see why you thought it was Solidus. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess there was. Yeah, I guess Europe was the 3rd act. Whatever.
Soon there's gonna be redheaded stepson.
We're past that.
We never got back, and I don't want to start it right now, but I never got back to that whole half step brothers shit that we were tripping balls on. I will be the first to admit I was tripping balls because in my mind I was like, you can be half steps, and you're like, you either are or you aren't. And I was like, and I literally was sitting here,
full step sister.
And I was literally sitting here when you were like explaining, like, dude, you can't. You either are or you're not step siblings. And it finally kind of clicked, and I was like, oh, oh yeah, I guess you're fucking right. I was like, huh, yeah, I guess you're right. But we'll get on to No, I did. I really had a brain fart there. But you said that your wife had said something about having some
yes
input on that.
So I had spoken to her about it,
Mm-hmm.
and she has a very complicated family tree.
Okay.
And so I guess in school, one of her projects was to draw a family tree,
Mm-hmm.
and it was too complicated. Like, she actually went to the teacher and was like, this is how everyone's related. And the teacher's like, how the hell are we going to do this? I don't know. So she got to do a different project.
Okay.
But in the process of working on this, I guess she went to a law library or something she had
Mhm.
mentioned. And she was able to look up, and she found there that it is possible.
What?
Okay.
It's not
Oh, sorry,
like
sorry.
it's not
What?
apes.
Apes.
So if father A,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is married
father
to
B.
mother B,
Mm-hmm.
and
follow.
then so crap, how do I
They get married.
Who's mother B?
and they have-
Who's mother B?
okay, hang on.
Why isn't there a mother
I
A?
have to-
Father A should be married to mother A.
Just call it family A. Family B.
okay, so you have child A and child
It's a
B.
story
Mm-hmm.
of a father A.
Yeah. So child A and child B share a mother. Okay, we'll call her M, and then
Mhm.
they have child A's father, right? And then child B has a different father.
Mm-hmm.
So if child A's father marries child B's father, they are step half children or step half
Okay.
siblings.
I kind of got lost there, but
So
No,
does that make sense?
that's
No.
some weird. Yeah, it does to me. I gotta draw it out, but I know what you're talking about. It's like saying again, family A, right? Mom, dad, and child.
okay, no. Hold
Family
on.
B.
So the way you worded it makes sense because you just said step half siblings, not half step siblings. That's a completely different thing that cannot exist. You're
Now,
either step
okay.
siblings or you're not, but you can be half siblings.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
we're still right.
No, yeah, I never said I'm right. I'm just saying no.
No. I mean the conclusion that we all three of us together.
No.
That was our conclusion last time.
Yeah.
Now hold on. I got a quick scenario for you guys.
what she's talking about. Yes, that makes
I
sense.
got a scenario for you guys. And when I was like, I thought about this. I said, "Holy shit! Did I just prove we're in the Matrix? Like this is one of those things like pi. Does this go on forever? Where's the end? And what does it mean?" Yes. No. So you have family A and family B, right? One parent from A gets married with the parent from B. So now you have A and B, brother and sister, correct? All right, follow. So then let's say now you have
So the people
family
got
A.
married are brother and sister?
No, sir.
Okay,
Imagine
you have family A
a
and family
capital. Yes, so
Okay.
A parent
sorry.
from family A got married to a parent from family B.
B. Okay.
So now you
gotcha.
got family AB, meaning there's brother and sister, siblings, AB as well, right?
Yeah.
It's
So
like
now
the
let's-
Brady Bunch, right? So they're steps.
Yes, so now let's pretend that parent A died and parent B marries an adult C. So now A, there's no more A parent, but now there's an A child. So that parent C, get what I'm saying? See where like parent C has nothing to do with A.
Well, parent
and
C is
neither
now
does
the
B.
step parent.
Yeah, this is step parent, right?
Now
now
they have only step parents.
Now, then exactly, how deep can you go? Now parent B dies and C marries fucking D. Now both of those parents have nothing to do with these fucking kids.
So
Like,
it's still
is
just
that-
step parents.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes deeper than you think, Noise. I think if we find the answer to this, we'll prove that
Is-
we're in
is
the
there-
fucking
is there a
simulation.
Is there a step conspiracy going on?
Yes,
Is that what you're
dude.
saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Something deeper
German's
is
like,
going on.
this goes all the way to the top. It
No,
goes
but I
all the
was
way
like,
up to Jim Hausman.
Jim House. No, but yeah, I just think about that. Yeah, at the end of the day, they are just step parents, I guess. So, but it
Right,
would
but
be
I get
crazy
what
to
you're
think
saying.
about
They're
that.
like super removed. Like it's just
Yeah, I mean, at that point,
Yeah.
and you can keep
they're just
going,
foster
keep
parents at
going.
that point.
Yeah,
When
at
you
that
think about
point,
it.
they
They're
fucking
guardians.
are. Yeah.
They're just guardians.
Yep, they're just guardians at that
Of the
point
galaxy.
because you would just be like,
Yeah.
I'm only having you
Gahul.
guys because of your previous parent and your previous parent and and it's like I don't even fucking know you anymore. Like that's kind of crazy to think, and I'm sure it happens, and especially in the older times.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Like, yeah, they become what do you
Super
say?
step.
Super step. No, but like what's the word?
And this
Like-
is to go beyond super step.
Because if you're talking about olden times, wards, right?
Proceed. Yeah, ward. Yeah.
Right? Is that the term, Chris? Like when some people would like in medieval times, they would take someone else's child and they would be their ward.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
like it's not even, they're not their parents anymore. They're not guardians or anything like that. They're just living with them.
Isn't that where like the term also ward of the state comes from? Like if a kid's parents died and the state pretty much has to come in and
they become a ward of the state. I never even thought about that.
Could be, yeah. It would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
We did it, guys.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. If we break this, we'll. I mean, forget pi. Yeah, forget pi. We're like at a couple trillion numbers. We just got to find out where super step siblings and parents extend, and that's it.
Why is this not a Nicktoon? Super step siblings.
Super step siblings. Pitch it, dude.
The S3 program. It's the S3 program.
It's the S3 super step siblings. Jesus, that is perfect. The S3 model.
Yep.
Pitch it to Netflix. They'll buy it.
We did it. We went full circle back to Metal Gear.
Yes. But anyways, I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, I guess we can continue here with this act. The twin sons. Yeah.
Chris, so what did you get out of the fucking briefing?
What's so funny is
fucking Chris, around. He's just like looking for new items.
He tries to pay attention, but he's also like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that?
Well, which we all did, by the way.
I cut little bits and pieces. Yeah, I switched to the girls again because I didn't want to see Rose.
So I can't find the remote. Where the hell's the remote?
It's on the table.
It was in a different place this time. It was up on a there was like a crate or something. You have to like stand the Mark II up.
Yeah. If you go into first person with the Mark II, you can push up. Yeah, you can push up and it extends.
Yeah, he kind of like so if you press up on the D-pad, it'll like stand up tall, and if you press down, it'll go back down again.
I thought it was always standing up. So does that make it easier to go up the stairs?
No, it's just your view. Really,
God
it's all.
Damn
that's
that
all it really
stairs,
does.
boss.
I just imagine
stairs aren't
Johnny
hard to get up though.
Johnny number 5.
Hold forward on in front of him, and it goes right up.
Well, when I do it, it's like it doesn't reger, and I have to like kind of like wiggle my way, and then it finally, because you don't go up manually, it just brings you up.
Yeah. It just all the way to the top.
But like I'm always like, dude, where's the fucking sweet spot here? Like I'm always struggling with that. Okay, if you press up,
I think you got to hold up for like a second or two before it goes.
I do, man. Like I'm pressing against it. I'm literally pressing forward, and nothing's happening. So I start kind of wiggling. I kind of start like looking left and a little right.
Are you emulating or no? I don't remember.
No, hardware. But yeah, it's like it just. I don't know what the hell's going on. It just won't let me. And finally, it goes. That's why I was kidding with, or that was my reference to Chris. I was like, "Did you find the next like ladder boss?"
That's what it was.
And that's what it is for me because I'm like, dude, I can't get up this fucking staircase. And those staircase,
while he's trying,
is super.
What a thrill!
Yeah, what a thrill. Yeah, it's like super fucking like an incline too. Those stairs.
Yeah.
Like those are stairs you can fucking break your neck on. Okay, so you can fucking
really steep,
super steep. Like fucking even Sunny like has to like sidestep down.
Mm-hmm.
They're like
she does one step at a time. Yeah,
they're like the steps. I have like one of my earliest memories as a kid is the steps of the Pyramid of the Sun in Mexico in Teotihuacan, and that's how they are, dude. Like they are fucking really on an incline,
really sharp. Yeah,
super sharp, angled. So yeah, that's what that makes me think of. But anyways, okay, so you can lift them to look up higher. I was wondering, I was like, I can't even look on the top of this table. What is Chris talking about? Like, where the fuck is this remote?
Because last time there's like a little coffee table there. And Mission Briefing 2, I think it's when I first saw it. There's like a little coffee table down, so you didn't have to get up high. But yeah, this time I was looking around for it, like, where's the remote? Where's the remote? I saw him come on.
Because Rose came on the TV.
yeah, I didn't want to see her. So I went up high. I was like, well, what's up top on here? And so I saw the remote. I was like, oh, there it is. Trying to hide it from me like that. But
now I won't lie, Chris. I didn't know like it changes in different locations. I probably only did it once. Well, the one where it's like super obvious on the table. So I probably never really did it the other times. But I thought it was interesting. I saw you do it, and I was like, oh, it just must always be on the fucking desk. But I never really knew it moved around or is in different locations, or that you can do it in multiple acts. I just thought it was a one-time thing, so that's kind of cool.
And then, of course, there's a radio upstairs. You can mess with.
Yeah, you can fuck around with the radio.
What does the radio do?
You can
just play different songs.
Yeah, it plays different songs. There is one like section that's like a talk show or something in Japanese, obviously. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. All I know is there's one section towards the end where this Japanese girl, she's like something super sexy, and the guy's like, oh, and I was like, okay, I was like, they're talking about something sexy, I guess.
Dude, I wish we got like Japanese channels over here because they have the greatest shows.
Oh, they have some crazy shit.
Oh yeah,
and they were doing like React way before anybody else in the world was doing. You know what I mean? Like if you watch their shows now, they always have like a little window of the people in the show reacting to what's happening on the screen.
Hosts or whatever. Yeah,
the hosts. And they
so they were doing like
Tosh.
They were doing like Tosh.0 before Tosh.0.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, no. Well, you know who started that actually? Bob Saget. America's Funniest Home Videos.
Okay.
Yeah, he did
True,
that. Yeah, that was him first. But yeah, I mean, like Japan had all those crazy game shows. Like they kind of Americanized it, quote unquote. Most Extreme Eliminations. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah.
And they dub it in English.
Yeah.
Don't get eliminated.
Yeah.
Right, you are, Ken. My favorite is when they're like they put the microphone to the contestant and they just say something random like my kid's in the hospital, and then they fucking like go and do whatever.
You know what? Okay, when I first saw that show, I didn't really know there was being satired, if you will. Yeah. So I was always like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "What the hell's going on, dude?"
I wanted to see the real show, but the dubbing and giving it to us that way, I was like, "That's so great! Thank you for that." Like, it really exposed us to like, what? There's game shows like this, and then that's how like Wipeout and all those other ones got created.
Yeah. The first show I ever saw that was dubbed was, believe it or not, fucking Iron Chef. That's the first thing I ever saw back in that fucking midnight. 1 o'clock in the morning or so.
Yeah, I guess it did not start here.
Yeah. They're like, because again, I couldn't sleep. I've never been able to sleep since I was like maybe 6-7 years old. So that's something I would watch at freaking 1 a.m. was Iron Chef. So nice. I thought it was pretty cool. But like when you said Kenton, I just remember like, oh, you know, like he'd be like, Chuji, yes, go ahead. It's like, oh, I just talked to Iron Chef, you know, whatever, you know, Masamoto, and he's making a sauce out of his own blood. Oh, that sounds good. You know? I'm making that up, but it was always shit like that. It was like, God damn, what the fuck are these guys doing, man? Like, it was impressive stuff. I didn't really care for American Iron Chef. I didn't care for it. Yeah. It didn't have that same appeal.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what the radio does. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and most of the songs are actually Metal Gear songs, if you will. Like they're
the songs you can find for the iPod, right?
Yeah, no, not just that, but like one of them is like I forget what it's called, but it's in Metal Gear Solid 3. It's like I want to call it like a Beach Boys kind of thing, like surfer music.
The radio frequencies, the codec frequencies.
Yeah. One of those is that.
I guess the radio, because there was no codec back then.
Yeah, radio, I guess.
The healing frequencies and shit.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, yeah, you can catch a couple of those. It's pretty cool. But I did want to point out. So we'll start here with the act. Kriss had brought up so this act starts up with the point of view of after Sunny's little egg thingy. No, before her egg thingies.
Oh yeah, doesn't she?
No, it's after her son. It's after her egg cooking.
So she cracks 2 eggs,
and they
become one.
And they become one. Yeah, that one had to be CG. Like that's definitely not a thing.
I'm still not sure what's going on with those scenes, but I thought they were in game. But you tell me their videos, so I don't know. But they're anyways, you get the Mark II, and it's on the ship now that Ocelot, Vamp, and Naomi are on, right? And this is where they're talking about.
I was about to say, wait, if the Mark II is there, then what are you controlling?
The Mark III.
The Mark III.
Yeah. But yeah, so Kriss says, well, how do they not see it?
I know. I was like, Kriss.
You do know how they didn't see it, right?
Because it's under Naomi?
No.
Oh, that's why I said.
Right.
That's why
it's
I said.
Invisible. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, Kriss has completely forgotten about stealth camo.
Which is an in-game explanation as well as to why you don't see it when you're controlling it during the fucking briefings. Because you can literally
or while you're playing the game, because it's always at your side.
Yeah. I guess while you're playing the game, it's technically always next to you. Yeah, but
I feel like they should have thrown like a little Easter egg that sometimes if someone comes up behind you, they trip over it.
Yes, I think that would have been sweet, dude.
Right, just like every once in a while, not always, but just every once in a while, just to give you like shit, there's someone behind me. Like fuck.
Yeah. Or just a simple like they trip and they look down like what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, but regardless of that, here's what pisses me off about this section here is that if he's stealth camoed, first of all, second of all, he's underneath the seats there.
Why move?
Why fucking move? Yeah, why? You're just recording audio. Do you really need to zoom in on Ocelot's face or Vamp's face? You know, it's like just sit there and listen. Fucking, you know, why did you do that?
If anything, missed opportunity, upskirt. What's going on?
Yeah. No. And of course, yes. And of course, that whole upskirt potential there or whatever is 100% also like you already did the whole upskirt with her already, you know, like, I don't know. Again, it's a game, whatever. But again, we were talking about, remember a while back, a couple episodes about like when people in movies are like, oh, you know, go to the bathroom. Oh, can you please look away? I don't want to, you know, bullshit like that. And then they get foiled or whatever. Like here, likewise, I'm like, why the fuck would you move the Mark II, bro? Like we could have probably got more intel. You could have probably got some secret code to shut down Ocelot. You know, again, it's plot development, but it's just silly plot development. You know, like why would you do that? You know,
it just kind of shows how like not self-aware Otacon is sometimes.
I guess
because he is kind of like clumsy as smart as he is, right? He's just
awkward.
Yeah, he's awkward and he's a goof, and he probably was just in the moment, just kind of like, oh, I kind of need to get closer. Like if he was really there, maybe that's the only way I could justify it. That he kind of just like,
I could see that.
Let me get a closer look. But yeah, it's just he fucked that up.
But yeah, here's where we get the exposition that JD is actually a satellite disguised as a weather or something, just some old weather, some old satellite, and it's orbiting space. That's where JD's being housed.
A weather balloon.
A weather balloon with it. Yeah, was that it? And,
no, I'm just saying a weather balloon.
Okay. And that they want to use, they want to launch a nuke at it so they can take down JD, you know, permanently. And that's when you get Colonel calls in and he starts talking about how.
Well, Naomi says you can't do that because what's it called? All like weaponry is still controlled. So they can't just like fire nukes, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. All the nukes are still are part of the SOP now, and I guess
and also this is where Ocelot mentions Rex.
Yes. Yeah. I guess they're not just part of regular SOP too. It's like a whole nother thing where it's like even if you
Super
hold SOP. Yeah, I know, right?
Duper SOP.
Super duper SOP. Like even if you have control of SOP, nukes are still like off the table. But he's like, oh, I know where we can get one that they don't know about. And he goes on Rex or off the Rex or use Rex. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. So yeah, that's the whole plot right now. Is like that's why we're going back to Shadow Moses.
I don't like that Colonel, like the way he said it. Yeah, like he really dragged it out. Like the whole like. Back to where Liquid made his debut.
Yeah.
Back to what the Alaskan, what is it? Alaska's archipelago.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Moses Island. It's like, we know, dude. Like, I get it. I know you're building it up, but even my first time playing, I was like, just fucking get it out, dude. Like, come on,
get it out.
He's like fucking Treebeard and goddamn Lord of the Rings. Like, just spill it. Like, God. It's like 3 words. Shadow Moses Island.
Man, I remember on that quiz. I knew it was Shadow Moses, but I didn't think of Island. So whatever.
Oh yeah, my Wheel of Fortune.
I still got it. But I would have gotten it sooner if I was
we haven't done a quiz in a while.
Island.
Yeah,
I know. But no. So I wanted to point out something here that I was gonna point out a while back, but I kind of got my answer, and I forgot about it or I just never really understood the concept. Was that they need Big Boss's DNA in order to have a shot at accessing JD, right?
Right, like it's like the key or the encryption or some shit.
It's his DNA. It's his DNA sequence, which, if you think about it, is a pretty secure key. It's fucking how many, digits long or whatever, right?
Right.
So I was just always kind of confused as to, like, I'm like, well, that sounds kind of stupid because I'm like, then all you got to do is just systematically be like A, AC, ACT, ACTG, ACTG, and again, it would take forever, not forever, but with supercomputers or with computers, especially in the world they live in, I would think you would get it done. But it's not just that simple. It's actually, you need an actual sample, is what Naomi says. So they used the sample from fucking Liquid in Afghanistan, or the Middle East, in the Middle East. Then they used a sample from snake's blood in liquid solid snake in South America.
Because that's what Naomi grabbed from him, right?
Yep, that's what she got the blood. And she says that the sample, once it's used once, if it's not the perfect match, that sample can no longer be used again. So I was like, oh, okay. So it's not as simple as just plugging away different fucking, amino acids. Yeah, you have to have the physical sample there. So it's not that they can take snake's sample and then just tweak it to add an extra, like find out where it failed and then tweak that T to a C or whatever,
Yeah.
So anyways, that to me was clarified earlier that I wanted to ask you guys about that, but I already got my answer. So I threw it out there in case you guys were wondering as well. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. So Kriss, did you think when he said Shadow Moses and you were like, okay, we're going to Shadow Moses, you were like, Alaska, you're like, that's America. You were still proud of yourself. I know. I heard you. You're super proud. Did you think we were gonna be going like
to the exact like
a 1-for-1 almost,
Yeah.
like two, yeah,
or just
Or
like
did
a
you
different
think it was
part
expect
of the
that,
island?
No.
Okay, that's cool.
I figured like maybe like Shadow Moses adjacent
Mm-hmm.
and like a new
Just a
area
different
or
part.
something.
Yeah.
Some annex building that we just didn't see.
Yeah. Now, what's funny about this part too is we get introduced to who, Kriss? Bay number 1.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mei Ling.
Mayling's
Comes
back.
back.
Yeah. She's she looks cute as hell, and she aged very well. And
I disagree.
oh really? You don't like her?
Not my Naomi. I mean, not my Mei Ling. Well, also not my Naomi.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Mei Ling.
She does not. She does not resemble her portrait, which I'm looking at right now because it's on my soundboard.
Dude, she was like fucking 17 in that portrait.
She doesn't look Asian at all, dude. She could be any random white girl.
Bullshit.
Also,
she looks Asian.
No, dude. Everyone looks Asian to you. If I remember correctly, episodes ago, you were just like, "This person's Asian" or whatever.
What? I don't know.
I remember something about days
Snake
ago.
is Asian, right?
Yeah, Snake's Asian.
And he has Japanese blood.
He is. Blood from the east flows through his veins.
Blood from the east. But
but
anyway,
yeah, she doesn't look like herself. And again, she's lost her accent because of fucking twin snakes and whatever they decided to.
I think she still has a little bit of accent.
Nope.
No, even I know she didn't have her accent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no. You're right. Okay, no. As hard as MGS1, hell no.
Yeah.
MGS1 was comical.
Just listen.
Good luck, Snake.
You see?
No,
You see? Hold on.
Good luck, Snake.
I love it.
Yeah, in my opinion, it was very comical. It was the equivalent of, the whole Apu being played by a white guy kind of shit, like I get it. But I think to me she's still Asian. She's still pretty Asian. Anyways, I got a beef with what she says. Well, because she says she's on the SS Missouri, the only working vessel technically, because
outside of SOP.
Yeah, it's outside SOP. By the way, Colonel Campbell mentioned something that I thought was kind of cool too. Again, because I am a man of peace. At the end of the day, he says that it's the first ceasefire in fucking human history. Like nobody can fire any guns. Nobody's saying, like, what I'm saying? Like everyone's kind of pretending like, oh yeah, we won't shoot
everyone's weapons unlocked.
Yeah,
they couldn't shoot even if they wanted.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the first time. I mean, think about that again. Think about what that means. That for the first time, like even the guns that you're buying, at the gun store, not even war guns, just guns are fucking on lockdown. It's kind of crazy.
Your gun, the gun store.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, I just think those words are pretty impactful. It's the first ceasefire in human history, So, anyways, going back to Mei Ling, she's like, we'll provide support, blah blah blah. The Missouri, it's the last known vessel, and then she says this: Hawaii's not that far, Snake. I called bullshit 20 years ago, and I call bullshit now. It's fucking like 2,000 miles away. Hawaii is 2,000 or so miles away from fucking.
I think she was being sarcastic.
Oh, really? Okay, because
that's just far, dude.
Well,
it's hella far.
It's hella far, but I know some other stuff too. But we'll have to get to that later.
You're also taking in mind they're flying from Europe to South America to North America.
So in this point of the game, we're
it's
coming
just
back
one
from
red dot and one red line away. Like it's just
yeah. That's true. But
that's kind of how I took it anyway.
But I would also say that we are flying in this modern age plane that potentially could have jet propulsions. She's on the Missouri, a fucking old ass ship.
It's clearly a prop plane. It's like, what was that? Was it C-52? No, that's not right.
I wouldn't know.
I can't think of the name of it now. But yeah, it's one of those big cargo planes.
Yeah. Hey, you don't know that, man. Until they say it's Snake shot the knife. But anyway, then well, she says we'll rendezvous.
We wouldn't even talk about that. What the fuck?
Nope. Until it's confirmed.
Behind Q.
There's only 3 people that can confirm that, and then the ranking order is going to be David Hayter, who plays Snake. Second above him.
Why the hell would you know that one?
Huh?
Why would
Why would
he
he?
know?
Well, no. Again, in ranking order would be him, just because he is Snake, so he could say, yeah, in my brain, in my mind, when I see the scene, I shot the fucking knife. He could clearly say that. 2 would be the person who rendered that scene could say like, yeah, I always intended for that knife to be quote unquote shot. And 3 would be Kojima or whoever wrote that exact scene there. Those are the only 3 people that could
Well, the
verify.
director.
Director is Kojima.
Kojima.
Oh.
See, yeah. But again, like I'm not, like I said, it would be him or whoever wrote that specific scene where he just might have said, "Oh yeah, Snake fights Olga here," and then it's like, "You take care of it," to one of his co-directors or whatever, and then that guy could have been like, "Oh, he shoots the knife." So those are the only 3 people that matter. Anyways, the art director, he goes middle as well. Whoever animated this scene, art director and animator is the same. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so yeah. Again, to me, she gives you a little proverb. I take it as you're right. She says she does say, "Well, rendezvous there." So while you're flying from North America, from Europe, she could be sailing en route to Shadow Moses, I guess. And Raiden is still on the bed getting his dialysis, and Sonny does not want you to take him with you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he was walking over to Raiden to like say like, "You ready to go?"
No,
he was. He was just. I mean, he was saying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was kind of like, I don't know. Snake was saying something meaningful. Don't remember what it was, but he was walking towards Raiden, like like this is what we're causing. Like Raiden being injured is our
I agree.
our sins or whatever. And then and then Sonny just kind of like, yeah, you can't take him. And he was like, I feel like Snake would have been like, I wasn't fucking gonna. Like, look at him. He's fucking useless to me right now.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you. I never felt that Snake was saying like, Raiden, you and me. It was mostly like, I'm gonna fix this, or like, this is my sin.
Yeah, because you're fucked because of me, dude.
Yeah. So that's what I thought was super funny. By the way, too, it hasn't been established yet, because in Metal Gear Solid 2, Kriss, if you remember, Olga tells Raiden, not you would be who, tells you as Raiden, that her child, i.e. now we know it's Sonny, is tied, her life is tied to his nanomachine. So if he died, she died. Remember that, Kriss?
But I think that was like
do not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was only because they wanted Raiden to kill Solidus. Yeah,
to succeed in his mission. No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that was established.
I don't think it's still going.
Well, okay, you don't think, but it hasn't been established, in my opinion.
Well, it doesn't make sense for it to keep going.
They would have extracted the nanomachines by now.
No, I don't mean that they would have extracted the nanomachines. I mean like
the link or whatever.
The conditions met. So
you think that, so that like a Fox-eye kind of things, like conditions have been fulfilled, so now she won't die? Or do you think they physically were like with their finger above a button?
Well, the AI has taken their finger off the button. They've been like, okay, you fulfilled what you needed to do. Okay. You're free now. You're free to die if you wanted. Like, it doesn't matter. Okay. Because you did your job.
Okay. Now, do you think, so that's what I'm saying. So now that I think about it, it makes me think that back in the day, back when MGS2 was out, I always pictured Sonny having nanomachines herself, so that like if his heart stopped, then the nanomachines, her body would just kill her or whatever.
I think to me it was just like one of those ransom situations.
Yeah, so like it makes more sense now.
Kill her.
Yeah, it makes more sense now. Like
he fails to like a hostage or like you ransom or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense. She was just at some quote unquote Patriot, charm school, or like Eva or some shit like that, and it was like, oh, guess what? Fucking Raiden failed. Bam, or whatever,
Yep. Pretty much.
But
Saw one. It's just like them's the rules.
The rules, yeah. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I never think he meant to take him, and so he's still recovering. His body does look newer, like it doesn't look all beat up like it did earlier. He does get a little emo here, like he's like, yeah, it was raining when I was born.
Oh god,
blah, blah, blah,
I forgot about this scene. Like,
I didn't.
And even fucking Snake was also just like, you were the lightning in that rain.
Yeah. I thought it was that. I thought that line was fine, but him, because he keeps telling him like, you got a family to go back to. He's like, oh, don't you talk about that? Like, he fucking hates Rose, bro.
She's not real. Yeah, who hates? Dead. Okay, let's take for the listeners. Let's. I'm gonna put this poll up on social media. Who hates Rose more, Raiden or Kriss?
Ooh.
But
the poll will be up by the time this episode it's the public.
Yeah. But yeah. So after that, you get you literally start off right there, right in front of the elevator, I guess. Yeah. In MGS1.
MGS1, yeah.
And Kriss. Oh, did it crash on Kriss?
So okay.
No, it crashes after that on Kriss.
Hold on.
When you got the audio issues, remember?
Something more important.
Oh, well.
Kriss died like 5 or 6 times here. What in the hell? This is a part that you're just supposed to like, breeze through. It's just like just fucking it's like, hey, remember this? Okay, let's move on with the game. Like he was there like a half an hour, dude.
He was there for a minute, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Now, what is funny though is that even though we've been playing through all these games now, right? And we're coming up on our year anniversary, right? Well, the year started with Metal Gear MSX, but
by the time this comes out, I think it would be a year. But yeah, keep going.
But what I'm trying to say is like getting from the elevator. So we obviously missed the bottom of the elevator, right? But getting from the elevator, the front of the elevator to the vent takes a whopping 30 seconds if you're not fucking around. But memory always makes me feel like, damn, I think I spent like you said, like 30 minutes because we're actually grabbing grenades and exploring a little bit, right? I don't know. Yeah, again, the nostalgia. Yeah, the whole concept here was funny because it's always like playing an old school game as well, like Mario. You're like, dude, I remember World 2 being a lot harder. Like that was fucking easy,
And I do get that also the control scheme has changed on him. Like the buttons are all different. So I do forgive Kriss for that. Like he hasn't played these games as much as us, where we're like, okay, I gotta click in the MGS1 controller config on my hands. Like I'm sure he was like, what fucking button does what now?
But it is cool. Like Kriss even says, like, "Oh my god," he's like, "I can't even crouch walk anymore. Like this is so cool."
Oh yeah.
And you were like, who was it? Hey Jay, somebody was like, "Man celebrates fucking hindering or game. What did he say? Something along the lines of bad control schemes or some shit like that."
Yeah, basically game hindering mechanics or some shit.
Oh man. But yeah, I was actually hoping Kriss died here, and he did. So I thought it was cool.
Yeah, but once he gets to the vent, someone was like, "Call Miller."
I did. I said, "Call."
Okay, yeah. But yeah, once you get through the vent, that sequence ends. So it's really not the whole game.
No,
obviously because you didn't start at the docks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also while he was here, I told Kriss, I was like, the entirety of MGS1 is 1/54th the size of MGS4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, because it's only like a gig, the first game, and this one takes up the whole dual layer disc of a 54 gigabyte Blu-ray. But this is once he gets to the vent, this is it's really weird the way they did this sequence, because it's like it's pixelated Solid Snake in the helicopter waking up. And as soon as he wakes up, he's old man Snake in full HD glory.
Yeah.
And this is when his PS3 or his capture card or the splitter between the capture card.
Yeah, I have no idea what it was.
Took a shit.
Yep.
And the audio cut out, and it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we were all like, wait a minute, Kriss, like stop.
Yeah.
No, I could tell there was no audio, so I
on your side, yes, you could too. Yeah, on your side you could tell as well. But what's funny here too is like, what if? Here's a question. I wonder if anyone's actually. What if Noise, the actual entirety of Metal Gear Solid 1 is here, but the trigger going through the vent just triggers like, all right, move on with the full game. Like, what if you could like somehow do some arbitrary code executions in the heliport and get it to take you to a different part of the game? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, like is the whole game hidden in there somewhere?
Yeah. Like I wonder, like what was it? Like the Pizza Hut demo for whatever game was, the whole game was in there. It was just under a timer or some shit like that.
Was it really? I don't think so.
No, not Metal Gear, but there was some demo out there where the whole game was actually there. It's just, it was behind a timer. And so people found out how to bypass it, so people had the free game because I think it was Tiger Woods, or it was in the Tiger Woods. There was a demo for some game, and the whole game was in there. I don't remember the full story.
Dude, I totally remember that. Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But anyways, what if the full game is here? It just maybe with some code executions, you can bypass that trigger that goes back to Metal Gear Solid 4 and continue on with the game. That'd be kind of interesting.
That'd be
don't know if anyone's ever tried. I'm not that good at hacking. I'm not a hacker, so all the hackers out there, please give it a try.
Are you a hacker?
There you go. Thank you. but yeah, so you start off in this session that doesn't look like Shadow Moses at all. And,
and
by the way,
east side of it.
Yeah. And by the way, Otacon's like don't forget the Mark III. And he goes, don't lose this one. It's the last one we got, or something like that. And I was like, bitch, you're the one that jumped into the fucking boat with the last one. That wasn't me.
I didn't break the last one.
And then you got caught like an idiot. You know, it's like the fuck. So I always think that's funny because I'm like, I didn't break the last one. That was you. But Kriss here
and fucking Snake when he jumps off the helicopter, like
he gets hurt,
hurts his back.
Yeah, Kriss, that
like
was
he
that
like
was
lands wrong.
Okay. How high was that? How high was that?
Yes. Would Naomi have broken her leg or no?
Let me see. I'm looking at the video right now. This is a whomping. Come on, let's see it. Side view.
I'd say it's about the same height, dude. Like 15 feet.
It seems, yeah.
But dude, I think it's a little lower in my opinion. But
Snake is falling into soft snow. Like, well, it could be hard snow.
And he's old
it's
too, though. His
snow.
body is but his body is older though.
But Snake, he's like aged rapidly, so he's a unique case.
Yeah. But,
unique case.
But anyways, Kriss, I was like I said, I was working. I was climbing. I was listening, so I was climbing up the pole when I
was on a ladder too.
At some point. But then after I got down, I was like, cool. So I was able to like just kind of sit and listen and watch and interact when I could. But I was like, because I knew there was geckos in this section here, and so Kriss,
I forgot
without me saying anything, he's like, "Oh, let's test him." Like, and I'm like literally typing, I'm like, "Test it, shoot the fucking legs," and he does it, proving that the geckos can fall asleep, ish. Their legs fall asleep, if you will.
Their legs fall asleep. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Kriss,
they let out such a weird scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so like visceral and loud. It's like, oh my gosh, just stop. Yeah.
Very weird. Very weird. Kriss also proved, because I said I didn't remember, that the scarabs can also be put to sleep. I heard you say it works, but I didn't get to see it. It works on the scarabs too?
It puts the stars above their head, basically. They like kind of like they go from having that blue light to it goes like yellowish, kind of whitish, like a pale yellow, and they get like 3 stars above their head. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, they're vulnerable to
what's interesting too is I got 2 little things I want to say real quick on this. 3 things technically, but I love it how Otacon literally goes head west. And Kriss goes, "Ooh, what's this?" And starts going the opposite fucking direction. I was like, "God damn it, always Kriss," but it's fine. The second thing I want to say, speaking of little stars and stuff, you know what I was getting? I completely forgot to mention in Purple Ops, and I believe it exists in Metal Gear Solid 2 as well, and 3, and I'm assuming this one, but I don't get to do it often, is, you know, when they get the exclamation point, you can shoot the exclamation point,
shoot the exclamation point.
It'll daze them. Did you know that, Kriss?
I did not know that.
Yes. It's a mechanic.
I don't remember what game it was.
Maybe 2. We might have mentioned it in 2. Maybe 3. The point is, I want to say it works in 2, but the point is, like, I was playing Portable Ops, like I said, I beat that one like 3 or 4 times, and there was one part where I was like holding up a guard and something happened, and you know, someone else came by and they got the bring, and I shot, and all of a sudden he's like dizzy and he's like stumbling. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh yeah, that fucking hidden mechanic. And I was like, it works here too. And I was like, I kind of forgot all about that mechanic. So I want to test it in this one, see if you can daze the guards with by shooting their exclamation points, or you can technically, I think, shoot their question marks too. When they're always like, if you shoot the question mark, I believe that will happen as well. But I don't know off the top of my head. But 3, the last thing I will say here is, I think, Noise, you had mentioned it. I think because Kriss put to sleep those geckos, or he was technically in like alert status when he went into the actual hangar section, he didn't get the cool music because the geckos overrode that music. And I
was commenting on that too.
Yeah. Because I was a little sad.
What did I say? I don't remember what I. I was like, I'm guessing Kriss didn't find all the secrets, and then AJ was like, nope, he walked into the helipad with alert status. I was like, bummer.
Yeah, Kriss. and then okay, I guess the 5th thing or whatever number we're on right now. Nothing against you, Kriss. Not trying to attack you here, but you really didn't hang out too much in these sections. Like, you were just kind of like, oh, cool heliport, and then like you get the little like audio, like, you know, of, you know, talking about from the Metal Gear Solid 1 or whatever, and you're like, oh, I wonder if the camera triggers too, but you didn't give time for the other one to finish. So then you were like, oh, but nothing happens here. Then you moved on. Like, you will get a little flashback for the heliport, a flashback for the camera. I don't remember if there's other flashbacks here, but you're supposed to, the way it's supposed to be played, Kriss, is you're supposed to actually sit there and reminisce about those little sections there, not just be like, fucking move on. Yeah, again, you only waited 1 year. We waited fucking 10. 10 years for this. So we were definitely reminiscing a little bit more when we got to this section, but yeah.
And they give you trophies for them too.
You get, I think, yeah, you get trophies for gaining all those, memories or whatever you want to call them, and you get Dragon points, by the way, too. So that was kind of cool.
I noticed the Dragon points. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On like 1,000, whatever. I don't use them so. Especially in the European Extreme, because fucking you can't buy darts, so
you can't buy. There's no real point.
Am I gonna need for
you can't buy nothing of use. Honestly, the only thing you would buy of use would be something strong for for the geckos and shit like that. So
yeah,
but even then, you're like, you're still kind of screwed. But yeah. So anyways, you're supposed to get the what's this song called? Noise. The best is yet to come, right?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah. From the first
that really cool. Is it the ending of FGS1, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's the ending of FGN1 theme plays during your first actual visit to the hangar as Old Snake.
Okay.
So you're supposed to get this cool little theme while you're exploring and like revisiting all these little sections here. But it was still cool as hell to see this part. I hope you also felt what's the word, excited about it, because we get to see it in 4D now. We get to see it
4D,
I guess. 4D. Yeah, no, sorry, 4D. You can see it in 3D. No, it was just cool. Like they didn't have to do this. They could have dropped you off in a different part of Shadow Moses, the like Jurassic Park. Oh, the second island, just put them over
Site
there.
B,
bullshit.
Yeah,
Site B. No, like they put you in the same spot, and it was just kind of cool to see it, And it makes me wish that to this day that MGS Solid 1 got a remake, a faithful remake. But yeah. So anyways, you get here, and then there's no guards. There's just geckos and fucking scarabs, right?
All over the place, yeah. Scarab,
yep.
Yeah.
But you guys continue for here if you want to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, you get a new weapon here, Kriss. What weapon do you get here? Or a new item, usable item? I
don't remember. Oh, chaff grenade.
Yeah. Not until Act 4 do you get chaff grenades.
Really? Okay.
Yep. This is the first time you get chaff grenades because you need them here. And Kriss was using them up like they were fucking tissue paper.
I only had 2 of them.
You only got 2?
Yeah.
I think
that's
I only
all I had.
2 too. Yeah, I only had 2.
Can you buy them in Drebin Shop?
I couldn't buy any of them, no.
Okay.
No, because well, I was gonna say because they're non-lethal, but that's just all of Extreme for sure for me. But
I thought you could buy them in the shop, but maybe I'm wrong on non-extreme mode, but I must be wrong. But then
who shall not rename claims you can get them earlier.
I want to say you can too. Yeah, I want to say it, but again, I'm playing on a file that's been beaten like 10 times, so I don't know. Which I will talk about something towards the end here of this episode that we all kind of forgot about, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's what it is. But what's funny is Kriss was trying to get a ration on top of a box. Yeah. What's BS is that I hate that about games where it's like, why can't you just climb up it? Like, why can't you just literally like jump and then fucking drag yourself up? Like any normal human would. But whatever, fucking game. I'm surprised. Did you get it, Kriss?
It's because you didn't. It's because you didn't have the card.
The card, yeah, I know the mantle
you need
card.
To draw the card.
Jesus card.
Just
yeah,
the mantle card.
But yeah, no, I even went I went to the top and hung over the rail to try to drop off from there, and I still couldn't get up there.
No, so you don't drop off the rail. You got to somersault off the second floor.
Oh,
you got to jump 15 feet like you say you can do every day in the morning.
Wait, why can't you just drop off?
You can't. It's too far.
It's too far out.
It's too far out. You have to somersault off. It's just a ration too. So
where are we thinking here?
Right in front of the vent on the left hand side, on the lower floor, on top of
those. Okay, yeah,
crates. And it's just ration. That's what's like. If it was like the actual the MK, the Mark 20, what is it, 23? Was it? If it was actually a gun or something more useful, it'd be but it's just a ration.
Well, you know what's funny is like that's kind of what they do to you in the furnace in MGS1, where there's that one ration where you're like, how do I get this? And you fucking always fall into the goddamn molten metal when you're just like, how the fuck am I supposed to get this? You're like, am I supposed to wall press? But I can't because by the time I get there, I fall into the molten metal. Did I tell you guys how to get that?
I don't remember. Did you?
What you got to do is you have to go prone, face the camera, right? Because the camera is looking up from the south. So you got to face the camera and crawl backwards at it. You won't fall down. Like the hitbox is just, it's like the perfect size that it won't fall off that ledge. You can grab that ration and then just crawl back away. And it's the only way to get it. Because I remember for years, I was like, okay, maybe if I just like run at it and fucking wall press really fast. Nope. Every single time you will fall down.
You might have mentioned it, and I might have forgot to test it myself, but I'll go back if I get a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I do wish, and I mean, I'm not trying to spoil much for Kriss yet. We'll wait, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty cool that you're getting all these cool flashbacks. You know, as you're exploring certain sections, you know, it'll trigger, like, say, you call on the vent, you get the whole like Miller, like, oh, I wouldn't. There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you, Master Miller. You know, shit like that. You know.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I feel like I did the same thing Kriss was doing. Like I didn't feel like I needed to like sit there and
sit and wait. I did. I sat and wait. I did,
like,
and waited for him to end.
For me, it was just like the memories, like my own memories.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, and I remember this, and oh yeah, I remember that.
Well,
I mean, even Kriss went into the truck and was looking for the SOCOM, and he's like, "Oh, no gun."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like, Kriss was feeling the reminiscence, you know, just not the way
Yeah.
maybe the game was pushing you to do it.
Well, the reason why I also sat though was also because like I also thought about, it's like, wait a minute, I don't want to miss one because one's playing, you know, so I don't want to like overwrite one or just completely miss it. So I did sit, wait for it to finish playing, and then continue because I could enjoy all of them, all the ones I could find, anyways.
Yeah.
See, in my mind, they would have been spaced out far enough or few enough of them that if you are moving throughout, like at a reasonable speed, not like trying to speed run or anything, but like even if you are moving at a reasonable speed, you still wouldn't miss them.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But
or maybe this might be annoying, but or maybe take control for a second and just like
sure
hold you there
yeah,
for like 2 seconds.
do a mini cutscene,
a mini cinematic.
thing.
Yeah. I can see that too. That way you are kind of, you have to hit them without ruining another one. You're right. Yeah. But yeah, you know, I mean, here you see, but you know, Kriss was just going ham on these scarabs. They do end, I believe, right? There's not an infinite amount of them, right?
I didn't see any end to them.
Oh, did you? Okay, I don't remember. And again,
I was shooting a lot of them, throwing grenades all over the place. They were exploding left and right, and they were still so many of them.
Coming out.
So yeah,
I thought there was an end to them, but I might be wrong on that point. But
what's funny is I had zero problems with this here because I just used a chaff grenade and I ran off. Like I was just like,
now,
chaff, run north. That was it.
What did they do? They just physically attack you. They don't have guns or anything like that, do they?
They do. They can shoot you.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they have little tiny guns. I mean, it's not like they don't do a lot of damage. It's like little tiny 22s, I would imagine. It's just something like that. But yeah, they have little tiny guns.
Okay. But yeah, so then you know you go into the tank, into the tank,
and they jump on your face too.
Yeah, you call them face huggers.
Face huggers.
Dude, you know what they should do? Do they explode on you or just fucking hug you? They should hug you and then fucking explode. That would make them more like a fucking.
I'm not sure.
There
was one time that it was on there long enough that it had me wiggle the left stick back and forth. Yeah. But most of the time, I would just do the roll thing, and get them off. So
I wonder. You know what? I don't think they explode. They just hurt you. But I was like, I wonder if they're on you, if it will let you equip like the box or the barrel or some shit like that, like as a way to get them off. Remember, found like Noise told us turn off the fire by putting yourself on the box.
Oh yeah,
fucking Fury. I was like, oh shit,
that's smother the fire.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking brilliant. But yeah, so you get to the section here, and then in the where you fight, what's his name, Vulcan Raven. There's just a bunch of geckos there. And I was like, call fucking Otacon. It took you forever to fucking call you. Like, I think you died twice. And then you went through there, you forgot to call him, and then you went back to call him once, and it was as Otacon gave you some bullshit about the fucking geckos.
Yeah,
you know, that's it. I was like, no, go back. I was like, go back. And then so you get that little. I wanted you to see that because again, sorry if we're like bugging you because you call Otacon. Did you see that part, Noise? And Otacon asked Snake. He goes, "Isn't this where you fought Vulcan Raven?" And he goes, in the tank. He's like, yeah. And he's like, how'd you do it? He goes, grenades. He goes, what? That's it? He's like, yeah. He's like, you didn't use an anti-tank rifle or something?
Grenades.
And he's like, I didn't have one, you know? And so you don't remember that part, Noise, or you didn't see that?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see it. I wasn't paying
like I said, at that moment.
Yeah, it was hard for me to watch.
Sure. No, yeah. So it's a Codec Call.
For me, I've never called them. Oh, you get it?
Yeah, you get this Codec Call. And then, so
I didn't get no fucking Codec Call, dude.
No. So you have to call. You have to call. No, you don't get it. I'm saying that's the conversation you get. And I just like it because it's funny because he goes, I asked an army captain or something like that once, and he goes, how would an infantry take on a tank by himself? And he's like, yeah, and then he said, don't. He goes, it's impossible. And he swore up and down that no fucking single man could take down the tank, right? And he's like, Okay. And he's like, I'm just saying, man, you're fucking nuts. So he doesn't say fucking, but he goes, you're nuts. You're the baddest, craziest SOB I know, or some bullshit like that, right? The point is, I think it's just a cool little codec call you can get, because he does say at the end, he goes, you're the shit. And that's it. I just thought it was pretty cute, pretty funny. A little bromance they had going on there where he just
I liked it. Snake is like, is that a compliment? Is that your way of complimenting me or something?
yeah. So yeah, you get a little codec call.
You said something about a jump scare.
Oh,
So apparently the geckos in that area are supposed to be like a jump scare or something, or supposed to surprise you.
What? You can see them a
when
mile
you
away.
walk in. No, when you walk in, they're in quote unquote hibernation mode. They're like laying down and covered in snow, and you get close to it, and it jumps up and shit.
Yeah, like it's not necessarily a jump scare, just like a surprise.
Yeah, that if you do it, that's when you call him and he goes, "Whoa, watch out, Snake!" Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess I just so suspected they would do that. I don't remember them doing that. I'm always just like, okay, there's geckos here again.
I think I was in alert mode.
You were already alert. I was wearing the thermals, I believe, my first playthrough, so I was like, oh, there's shit there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But
because I mean,
my
chaffs were still going.
Maybe they don't. I don't know if it affects geckos. Good question.
And then at transition, well, they don't, because I transitioned.
Oh.
And the chaff effect was still going, and they were walking around already. Okay. See, that's the thing, is they were walking around already for me. That's why I'm like, what fucking jump scare are you talking about? So I don't fucking know. Are we playing the same game?
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I was told this by Hey Jay, and I was already an alert, so they already knew about me. And they were actually shooting me from outside while I was still in that like little middle area. And that's how I knew about them. Well, I heard them too, and then they started shooting me from out there. But
because they didn't alert shit. Weird.
So the joke with me and Hey Jay is that I actually jump scared them.
But
right, they're like, what the fuck?
Anyways, yeah, like this section here, like there's not on easy. It's not too big of a deal. And Noise knows if you have a chaff grenade, this section is easy to get through. But if you don't have any, or if you do try to fight these scarabs,
the scarabs, where?
Yeah. Part? Well, here for sure too. They can be menacing if you try to fight them. They will fucking swarm you and fucking kill you.
The greater in numbers, yeah.
Yeah. So like Noise said, just throw that chaff grenade and get the fuck out of it. That's technically the strat.
Well, I just wanted to check to see like if there was any other stuff to get,
right,
like
in the rooms.
No, no, we get, which you did. You found music again for us. We already have all these tracks, so there's no real point in exploring anymore. But you get past this section here, and the very next section. Oh yeah, it's that weapon place where you can't use your fucking. You couldn't use your weapons before. On this section, you can now, and if you call Otacon, I believe he tells you that all the nuclear material has been removed, so you're free to use your weapon here. So that's why you can use your gun here. I don't know if you.
Well, I don't know, because I used the not the Stinger. What's that thing called? The
Javelin.
Javelin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to hit the thing that was in there. And it just went straight up to the ceiling.
So I didn't see that section. I heard you talking about that. Now that is probably because that's how Javelin works. Actually,
no.
Yes, they do, Chris.
Every other time I fired it, it's gone straight.
Not to Javelin. You were probably using the other one, the FM32 or some bullshit.
It's been to Javelin. Because I remember when I was fighting the helicopters in that one area, I would fire at it and I would hit. It would just go straight towards the helicopter.
Maybe glitch for sure. I'm not really sure. I didn't get to see that. I only heard you mention that. But in real life, the Javelin does go up. It goes forward for a minute and then like shoots straight up and then comes down on its target, if I remember correctly.
That is not how it was working for me before.
Well, we gotta do some.
What you're describing sounds like a mortar,
right?
Yeah, no, but a Javelin missile. If I said, just again, I haven't. From what I remember,
where did you fire this, Chris? Like just in that room
when he's protecting the MK, the Mark II to open the door.
Yeah, because he's like distracted while I'm doing this. It can't destroy the Mark II. So I was like, okay. So I pulled out the Javelin. And the first time I had fired it, he was still up on the. The first time I fired it, he'd already jumped down, and he was like right in front of me. And I fired it, and it like went straight up, like really steep.
Wait, but this is
like, what the heck was that? And,
are we skipping the second floor basement here?
Yeah, we did skip that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
go ahead.
You go back to where you meet Otacon down there. By the way, so remember I mentioned that the Mark II can push buttons and that there's only one button that I know it can push. It's this button down here. You can turn on the electric floor again, Chris.
Oh, okay.
And even Otacon tells you, he's like, I'm not gonna get shocked. And he's like, no, he's like, as long as you don't turn on the power. And I don't remember where the power button is, but you can absolutely turn it back on. And yeah, I think it's pretty funny that it still works apparently.
Nice.
Weird. I just looked at him shooting the javelin. Yeah, it goes fucking straight up into the ceiling, which I haven't seen that either.
I didn't see it, but what else is down here? Oh, so actually,
German didn't see it. Doesn't happen.
No, I'm just saying I only heard him complain about it, but what about this section here is no, this Snake does say actually why there's probably still power available is that he says that the guiding controls system required so much space in the Nikita missile that it barely left any room for the explosives. So that's why that the thing still has power. I guess you didn't fully destroy it or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So as you go down there, you get some more little flashbacks of Frank Yeager and shit like that. And then you get the fucking Mark II. By the way, this section does this a lot too, and I do hate this. I call it the R2D2. Like I can just plug into anything and fucking just access it. Kind of. It's like
what are you plugging USB?
Into? Yeah, some super duper universal USB plug or some shit. But yeah, he's like, I need to get up there, Snake. And he's like wiggling his arms around, like pick me up, you know. So yeah, you put him up there. Oh yeah, he gives you a code. Hey Chris, okay, you wrote it down apparently and still got it wrong.
No, I didn't write it down.
Oh, I thought you did write it down.
No, Noise wrote it in chat, but he wrote it wrong.
Yes,
and
I got him. I didn't get to see it.
When he first wrote it, I read it back and I was like, that's not what he said, is it? And I was like, he's messing with me. He's gotta be. And so there was a part of me that was like, that's not right. That's not what the code was. But I couldn't remember what it was either. So I wasn't like, I couldn't say I know it's wrong, you know. But it was one of those things where it's like, no, something's off. Something doesn't add up here. And yeah, sure enough, it gets to that part, and he's like, do you remember it? And I was like, this is not how video games work. What are you doing, Kojima?
Well, it's done so dumb too, in my opinion. He's like, hey, well, because earlier he's like, can you remember this code? He's like, I'm not old. Yeah, I'm not that old. I'm not senile. Yeah. And then you get there, he's like, hey, Snake, remember that code? I kind of forgot it.
Like, what the fuck is...
And then, it's written down right here, right in front of me.
No shit. Dude. I'm like, all right, fuck up.
Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
My first playthrough of that section, I did write it down because I said, I'm writing this fucker down. And then when it came up, and I was like, oh shit. So I was deliberating. Do I punch in the right number or do I not? Do I punch in the right number or not? What would happen? You know, I sat there deliberating for a solid minute, and then I said it.
Solid.
And then and I said, you know what? I'm doing the right one. And all you get is the psych up or down, which is kind of whatever, you know.
Okay.
I think if you leave it on like without punching any numbers, it will time out and say, oh, you forgot it. Oh, never mind, I found it or some bullshit. So it'll still give you the quote unquote you forgot it. Scene if you don't punch anything in, but yeah, so you do that
Noise
section
did
there.
Indeed foil me.
That's fun.
Yeah, put the number down.
Was calling you a cheater
then...
and shit like that. So I was like, wait, he wrote it down and still wrote it down wrong? Like, what the fuck?
I know, it's almost like saying Happy 2024 when
that was on purpose.
When sure, Chris. Sure, that was on purpose. Yeah.
German and I have this thing, and he will agree. Where every time we say happy birthday or Merry Christmas or whatever, it's always a different year or a different time or whatever, like Happy Kwanzaa 2019 or whatever, stupid stuff like that. So.
No, that is a joke between us because it started back when we worked back in Harris back in the day. Because I started complaining about how like Christmas gets sooner and sooner and sooner and sooner, you know, and I was like, pretty soon we fucking celebrating Christmas and fucking, you know, in summertime and shit like that. And then that's what it became. I was like, hey, Merry Christmas, you know, like whatever year it was, 2010 or something. Merry Christmas 2011. And so that was a joke going forward, you know, like happy birthday, you know, fucking 1995, you know. So if whatever he did it on purpose. Yes.
Yeah.
I will vouch. He's not crazy. He's not senile yet.
I'm not senile yet.
But yeah, you go, like I said, you go down there.
Sorry.
He checked security. He checked security. Right?
I stepped away for a minute. Hold on. Let me edit this in.
That. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't near the mic to react to
okay.
your story, but yes, that's
So he did it on purpose. But yeah. So anyways, Otacon just taps into this old ass system. I guess you could argue it's his, or he knows it very familiar, so he can access it. I get it.
I don't know, man. Kriss can't even remember the password he put on his sister's computer. You think Otacon's gonna fucking?
But yeah, you look at surveillance video of Naomi and Vamp walking through, like, I guess Rex Hangar or some shit like that. And it doesn't like Vamp look at the camera and like I don't know, like growl at her or some shit. I don't know. I think I get this like Resident Evil like feel here when you're looking at the cameras. And what was it, the Nemesis or the Tyrant or one of those fuckers?
Yeah, it was very much fourth wall breaking. Yeah.
Like he felt you were looking at him in a recording in the future.
He knew in the future you would be watching this footage, and so he's like, I'm gonna stare at this camera.
Exactly. Yeah. So then you get out, and that's where Kriss was like arguing that how did the gecko fit in the elevator? And I'm like, it's kind of a big elevator. He's like, not that big. The things do fold down. They're not like fully extended. It's a freight elevator. That thing was used to haul shit up and down. So I think it fits in there.
I don't know, because I don't know if you guys remember that elevator in the towers had a weight limit.
Oh yeah, that's
which
true.
is why the alarm went off, and that's how you knew you had 4 other people.
And that was only 5 guys total.
Yeah,
let alone this giant machine.
Yeah,
that's very true. So I guess we can't say bullshit there. Of all the things that have happened, that's the bullshit. It doesn't fit in the elevator. No, but I
what was the weight limit on that elevator?
500 kilograms.
I guess you'll never know. All right, go on.
Anyways, no, that's it. So then, like, you get the section where it's like protect the MK2, and Kriss failed it like twice, I think, right? Kriss,
get the what?
No, I never failed protecting the MK2.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
No,
I could have sworn you failed. I could have sworn you failed.
Oh wait, maybe I did.
I think you did, bro.
I did. Yes, you're right. I failed once.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. You're right.
All right. So yeah, you failed. You either got to just destroy them or put them to sleep, throw some smoke grenades. I don't know. You can just do whatever the fuck you want there. It's nothing, especially when it's like distract them. It's like, you mean like destroy them, right? Like why would you distract these fucking machines other than just kill them?
That's why I pulled out the javelin. Yeah.
The one that
to
went
distract
to the
them to shoot the ceiling.
Lalilulelo says he had the same thing happen to him with the RPG.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I don't know
so it must be that
javelin.
You just can't destroy it. I don't know.
Maybe just there's some kind of bug in that somewhere in that section,
It's probably not a bug. It's probably a feature.
They have the ocelot repel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the magnet, the magnet force field.
How do they work?
But yeah. Anyway, so you protect the fucking
Magnets.
Mark II, which I guess you can't go stealth camo when you're doing stuff, which is the way it works. Like when you're trying to like electrocute a soldier, it will turn off your camo, which I don't get it, but whatever. So yeah, so you open up this fucking door, and that's where you initiate the next boss fight. Whoa!
I can't believe we're here already.
Yeah, that's it. Honestly, and Kriss took forever in this section.
Yeah, as I'm looking at the timeline for his stream, unlocking the door is only halfway through his stream.
My stream was 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know it took that fucking long.
No, and remember, and like a good 20 minutes was not 20 minutes, but 10 minutes is the briefing, and then maybe 10 minutes prior to that was his, cold open, like, hey everybody,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he was at that boss fight for a minute, and I thought it was funny. I was mostly listening, half watching at best, if anything. And I don't know, what were you struggling with, Kriss? What was the holdup for you here?
So the part I had the most trouble with was keeping aim and getting a shot off to hit her before she hit me with the railgun.
Wait, what?
So
she would get a shot off of you?
Oh, remember because you were telling him to take some fucking pentazamine because he was having trouble keeping a steady shot, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was that. That was part of it. But like, even just like, okay, so I got to move over this far, and I moved a little bit too far, and I have to move back. And in this time I'm adjusting these shots, she's hitting me with that railgun thing.
So it was like a right stick sensitivity thing.
Kind of, yeah. A little bit, yeah. I'm just bad at aiming. That's all there is to it. Even if it wasn't like, I don't know if it was necessarily like too sensitive or not sensitive enough. I don't know.
Well, hadn't German also told you to turn up your sensitivity, doesn't it affect that also?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I honestly don't know much of a difference, but that was for the when we were fighting in the car and I was doing the turn on the top with Eva. No, not on the car, the motorcycle. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I know what you meant.
But yeah, but even if it wasn't for that, like even if it wasn't like it could be perfectly tuned, and I'm just bad at aiming. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, you were also trying to.
I was trying to give you credit there, Chris, but whatever.
You're also trying to put to sleep all the frogs. You're trying to like put them to sleep, and then you got tired of them waking up. So I'm just gonna put them to sleep forever. And and I could hear it because again, I was listening. I can hear you using the fucking because you made the SOCOM, right? You actually put the silencer on the Mark 23 or what MK23.
Yeah.
So you made the actual SOCOM. I believe that's what you were using, either that or the operator. Because I heard it was a pistol. Yeah. It was a handgun, and you're like, and I'm like. The whole time, like, Chris, you have other fucking guns, dude. Like, why are you just using this one gun? And yeah, because I could hear him go like, I'm like, shoot them with the soccer gun, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So I thought that was pretty funny. Again, I didn't get to see the whole fight here, but overall, though, what did you think of this fight?
Honestly, it was a bit of a pain for me. It was very
a pain.
Yeah, it was a bit of a what's the word? Frustration,
annoyance, frustration.
Yeah, I because like I understand that like they want to give that difficulty of you can only hit her when the thing's open, but like there should be a way to hit her, whether it's with RPG or something that like forces the cockpit open or something, you know. And then it's like, oh, she's stunned or she doesn't know where you are or whatever. And then you can get a shot off on her, you know, kind of thing.
Quick interruption before I forget. Why does Chris have Raiden's face on?
I didn't know that.
What is it? I didn't know this was a thing. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's a camo. You get
it.
Where did you find
this?
You get
his face camo.
Right at the beginning of the act.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
You probably already have it. Again, you probably already have it, so you don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, well. No, I didn't see it because I changed myself to Young Snake and I didn't see his face on there.
You didn't see it on? I don't know. I have them. I have both visor open and visor closed. There's two of them.
It must be something that you guys unlocked that I didn't do.
Something maybe, I would think.
Because I got it right after the briefing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he got it immediately.
Because like I'm looking at his gameplay and from behind I'm like, wait, does he have like a fucking hoodie on? What's going on? And then I see him turn around and I'm like, oh shit, he's got fucking Raiden's face. Like, what the shit's happening? That's fucking crazy. Okay, well, I guess I missed that one.
So here, Chris, I unfortunately I can't comment a whole lot because my PlayStation died. I was gonna repeat it today, so it would be fresh in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I remember of this boss fight is, she has these little vents, I guess, around on her suit. I think you can shoot those, and it will cause her to pop out or do something like that. I remember. I don't know if Noise can confirm or not, but I remember.
Cannot confirm.
Okay, I remember Otacon also to keep telling you, because if you pay attention, the wind actually shifts direction on which way it's blowing, and Otacon keeps telling you, it's like, oh, you got to stay downwind, upwind, downwind, so she can't pick you up, and blah blah blah. So like this is supposed to be like a full blown battle, like like a sniper. It's technically, if you think about it, we're going back to what do you call it, tributes or it's the end. It's the end battle. It's the end battle, if you will. Unfortunately, though, so I think I don't like that they put geckos in this section. I think it's bullshit.
Geckos?
But I'm sorry, not geckos. Frogs.
Yeah, that's my least favorite part. That's my least favorite part. Like, it should have just been a one-on-one fight, dude.
It should have 100% been a one-on-one. The only explanation.
That's part of the reason it was so frustrating.
Yeah,
is because I would finally get to an area where I'd be I'd be hidden from her.
Yep.
And okay, I can get a shot off, and then what's that? And then I gotta deal with these people, and
his fucking solid eye kept fucking
alerting them. Yeah.
It's just like, dude, they're like, what's that noise? And he's like, I haven't made a noise. What are you talking about? It's the goddamn solid eye.
No,
but ass cheeks too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The clap of your ass cheeks. You weren't up in the ground that one time. You're like, well, give me away. I was like, your eye and your ass cheeks. No. But no, I the only thing I can think of as to why there is frogs here is to maybe pay homage to the end fight. Like if you kill the end prior to the fight, there'll be soldiers there. Remember?
The Ocelot unit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the only
yeah.
thing I can think of. But I do
No,
think they're,
I
they're
think they
bullshit.
just I think
Why-
they just this was the
Do
only
them
way to
in?
make it
Harder?
challenging
I don't
because
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think without them, this would be super easy, to be honest. Because even staying downwind doesn't fucking matter. Like it's whatever.
Mhm.
She can, the only part that like frustrated me was the when you can start seeing through her eyes
Mm-hmm.
that she's hunting you down, and she's like, "Well, fucking,
Yeah.
what do I do?" Like I didn't really ever find like a safe spot
Mhm.
when she starts doing that, and I just kind of have to like take the fucking brunt of it, or be quick enough, or drop, or put a fucking claymore on the ground, and she'll hit that or some shit.
I don't think I've used
Uh,
Claymores.
they give you claymores in the field,
Yeah.
so I mean they're intended to be used. But yeah, this is my favorite and least favorite fight, just because of the goddamn frogs. If it wasn't for the frogs, this would be my favorite fight because I love the sniper battle.
Agreed.
It's tense. You're like, Jesus Christ, like this since it's in HD glory, this is what the Blizzard should have looked like in MGS1 and in Twin Snakes, because the dialogue says like, how am I supposed to hit her in the middle of this damn blizzard?
Yeah.
And I'm looking and I'm like,
What blizzard?
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like two snowflakes rendered. At
What?
the
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Snow.
Yeah. I live in a fucking snowy mountain town at this time when I was playing this, and I was like, I know blizzards. This is not a blizzard. This is a fucking weekend retreat. Are you kidding me? Like I could fucking shoot anything. I could shoot a fly out of the goddamn air in this
Yeah.
shitty like it's not bad at all. But this one, like there's whiteouts, then it's like calm, and then it's like, okay, you're like using your ears, right? Because now you have stereo, not mono. And you're like, okay, I'm listening, and fucking I can hear her crying over here. Like, should I use the towers to get a vantage point? But I've noticed
if
that
there was
doesn't
one
work
or
too well.
two, if there was one or two frogs,
But there's like
and
10.
her, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
there's so many of them. It's just it's
I did the same thing Kriss did, dude. I just put them all to sleep forever. I was like, I'm not dealing with you guys.
or again, or like, why did it have to be frogs? Why couldn't it just been freaking scarabs as as spotters? That she's using them as spotters or some shit like that. Like, no, I agree.
I feel like scarabs might have been fucking worse, to be honest,
Worse?
just because they're so
Yeah.
small and they're a smaller target and they swarm you. Like,
Yeah.
I just saw. Sorry, so I'm watching this. God, you guys, if you're not fucking watching Kriss on Twitch, please go to twitch.tv/dammitchris, 2 M's, 2 S's, and a K. But he just he's aiming at this frog. This frog threw a grenade at him. It bounced off his head and then blew him up. Like
I heard something about a perfect throw.
Yeah, I'm gonna. This is so crazy right here. I'm gonna watch it again. Just like right off his head, boom! Didn't even try to fucking roll away from it. It just fucking blew him up.
Now, noise.
Nobody but Kriss could make this happen.
Noise. I do want to ask you. So this fight, I think she comes out and she's like, she's crying, but she's not running around saying, "Cry with me, cry. Why aren't you crying?" She's just literally sobbing her whole fight for the most part.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Was that a much better feel? Was Raven really mostly just her screaming rage the whole time that was just kind of pissing you off?
Well, Raven, I don't feel like Raven did it in the fight as much as she did it in the bicycle part. Right?
Okay.
Am I wrong? I might be wrong.
I think she did it enough in the fight, in my opinion.
Like I said, you guys told me that, and I was like, dude, I think I tuned that out. Also, I didn't really give her an opportunity because I didn't let her go upstairs. So maybe that's why.
That could be.
Maybe.
But yeah,
Maybe.
Laughing Octopus.
Did she get a pass? Because she only
She
says
didn't
laugh
really
with me like once or twice.
When she's like,
and then
dying
after
or
that, she's
whatever.
just laughing and laughing and laughing. The whole fight is just her laughing.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, this one, like I wanted to hear because I was like, "Where are you? Tell me where you are." So I'm like looking towards, please fucking tell me where you are. I'm having trouble. So maybe that's why I didn't fucking care.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe like that's why they didn't piss you off as much. Because how else would you say raging Raven? What would she just be screaming or some shit like that? That would also
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like I said, I guess I tuned her out because I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. I got to replay it and fight her downstairs. I didn't know, so I got to redo that section.
But yeah, in my opinion, up to this point, this is the best boss fight just because it's got some old school Metal Gear mechanics, and it's tense. Fucking.
Well, it's tense. It's so what's the word I'm looking for?
Like I feel
not
cold
symbolic.
actually playing this.
Oh no, the fucking wind. Yeah, it's fucking cold. Yeah, you can.
It
tell
does
it's
make me feel
freezing.
cold.
Your stress levels are always at 80 in this section for the most part. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgic as well, because this is where you fought fucking Wolf.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like this where you fought her. So I did want to add to this section here. Now that we've made it to this far, it was that.
You know what I looked for here that I didn't find? What would be just off to the side here on the east side?
Off to the
Rations.
side?
No.
Oh, that little.
Oh yeah, I know. I was.
Oh yeah, that's right. I never saw that part, but yeah, I remember you guys talking about that.
Yeah.
Which is
talk
Chris?
about?
You can't just fucking say yeah.
Hindy.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, Hindy, but what was it?
Oh, okay, yeah. Technically not.
Oh, the
no, you see
parachute.
Hindy.
Yeah, the parachute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
talked
I went
about that?
looking for it. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, because we talked about how like Campbell says like, oh, maybe it's a message from Liquid saying, I'll string you up, and fucking Snake says like, no, I think it's more like, no, wait, what is it? Oh no, Campbell says, I'm not dead.
I'm alive. Yeah,
I'm not dead,
Yeah.
I suppose. And he's like, no, I think it's more like, I'll string you up. Just because
that's
like
right, that's
Snake
right.
is just so much more morbid than.
Which still doesn't make sense. I'll string you up. How the fuck do you get that out of a parachute? Like, all right, whatever.
I did. I don't know because like you'll fucking. I think it's just
I don't know.
Liquid got away and left his parachute. Like I don't know why everyone was looking so much into it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
right? He just fucking yeah.
But no. So what I wanted to say was like I mentioned earlier, when we first got to our first boss, which was Octopus, I was so fucking happy because I was like, "Ooh, this boss is kind of cool." I'm super excited. I loved Octopus. Like I said, Jimmy, I like her. I wish she could have been bigger and better, but then I was super sad because I knew we weren't going to fight her anymore. Like she was done. That's it. Moving on. Because originally, when this game first came out, Kriss and Noise, I remember thinking to myself, like, "Oh shit!" Like especially when the BBs were introduced, and they're all obviously Raven, Mantis, Octopus, and Wolf, right? And I was like, oh, old school Foxhound members. So I'm like, cool, this is going to be pretty interesting. I immediately said to myself, holy shit. I'm like, we're going to fight Octopus in Shadow Moses. We're going to get the fight that we never got in MGS1. And so like, I was already like imagining myself like a cool boss fight in Shadow Moses with Octopus, which again, I do like Wolf here. So I think that's fine. But could you imagine if it would have been like, what the fight we got with Octopus in that little, what is it, that shed, that house, whatever the fuck that was, that building? Could you imagine like something like that in a much grander scale? Like maybe you had to like with the end where you had, what was it, 4 zones you had to
yeah,
go around?
I feel like the Octopus fight should have been more than just that shit. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Imagine if it was like, oh, you got to go between the tank section, the outside, Otacon's office. And you're like, where the fuck is this bitch? Like, like I like hunt her down. She's using decoys on you. I don't know. It could have been bigger. Could have been better. I still love her. I still love that boss fight. And I don't regret that Wolf is here because it is very cool that you fight her in the same spot you fought Sniper Wolf. But yeah, I remember thinking like, damn, like I would have loved to have fought. Actually, part of me was like, I would have loved to have fought all the bosses here in Shadow Moses. But then they would have changed the whole game up and everything. But because I was like, what if you got to fight Raven in where you fought Raven? What if you fought fucking, Mantis where you fought Mantis, but no, it is what it is. But like I said, I just remember thinking to myself, man, I thought we were gonna actually get Octopus in Shadow Moses. But if you think about it too, what the fuck would Octopus had done in Metal Gear Solid
in the original?
1
I was just thinking that too as you were talking about.
Like, what would he do?
Just keep changing his face, like
I guess, yeah. He just fucking he turns the corner and he comes back as Meryl. Hey, you went that way, pulls a fucking 8 gun.
I am a great magician. Your shirt is black.
No, quiet. Stop it.
Red shirt.
Anyway, yeah. So no, Kriss, stay with me. Focus. Take some pethazamine.
Pethazamine?
I'm good.
You mean pentazamine?
There you go, that one. No. So, anyways, I realized this when I was watching Kriss that because I forgot again my 8th playthrough on this file here. Kriss beat her non-lethally, and he found a fucking...
Killed her non-lethally.
Yes, so he killed her non-lethally. He beat her non-lethally. You guys know what I mean. And he found a little figurine of a wolf, of crying wolf.
What? Where?
And he's like, Yeah, in the corner. Remember, Chris?
Yeah, it was like there's a door you exit. It was just to the right of that, up in the little corner.
Yeah, he finds a little trophy, and it's like, it was left by the PMCs. I don't know what it says. And Chris is like, oh, what's? Because Chris was asking, so what's the reward for beating them non-lethally? And we were all like, I don't know. Every single one
Do
of us in
they
the chat was saying,
all leave figurines?
yes, they
Oh,
do.
That's
what
what
are
I
they
was asking.
for?
Yeah.
You can actually see them inside of the briefings. They're over by on the second floor, over by that TV, I believe.
It's like Monster Hunter little trophies in your home
that's
base.
what they are. Yep.
Crazy.
So what's funny is because we were all like, because Chris said, "Do you get the weapon or do you get the face camo?" And we're like, "Yeah, I think so." Like literally, I think AJ was like, "I think you get the camo." I don't fucking know, right? And then he finds the figurine. He found the figurine, and then he goes, "Oh, what's this?" And Chris goes, "Do all the bosses leave this?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" I was already driving home at this point. I was driving back from Silver Springs. And I was like, "Oh my god, yes, that is the fucking reward. You get the goddamn figurines. You get the figurines for beating them non-lethally." So
well, it's also the face camo because when I beat Raging Raven,
okay.
The second part when I used the what was it because it switched the weapons on me.
Oh, right.
The operator.
Mm-hmm.
When I accidentally used that instead of the M9 or M22 or whatever, I didn't get the face camo. I got the gun, but I didn't get the face camo.
Who's face camo?
Raging Raven, the beauty or whatever it's called, deep beauty
the beauty camo,
something.
What the fuck? I'm not getting any of these camo faces, man. I think it's because they're killing everybody. Everybody's
I'm doing them all non-lethal. So the bosses anyway. I don't care so much about the other people, but the bosses I want to do non-lethal.
and then go ahead.
And then Hey had mentioned something about like he thinks that even if I beat the first part, so like the suit, if I beat that lethally, then I would still get the rewards for non-lethal. But I was like, well so far I've gotten the guns and everything.
Yeah, the guns I think you get. I believe the guns are given to you, period.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Like I said, I did Raging Raven lethally in the first part and then non-lethally in the second part, and I did not get any face camo.
Did you get the gun though? The rocket launcher or whatever? The grenade launcher?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you playing a new game completely, Noise?
Yeah, not plus. Just new game.
Oh, okay. Because I'm doing a plus, so
I don't think I've ever done plus on that. Like I said, this is my least played one. Yeah, for many reasons that I said in the last
But
episode.
With that
what
said,
are my orders?
It's interesting because you know what? I'm really contemplating now. So Chris is kind of saying that you do get the camos, the face camos for non-lethal. I'm pretty darn sure you get the guns regardless of what you do, what you beat them as. Yeah, I know, right? And I want to say the dolls are also non-lethal. So we'll just leave it at that for now. But Chris, you tried laying down apparently, and you called me a liar, and I said do it again, and you didn't do it. She will crawl at you. I was gonna get the footage for today's episode, but I didn't get the footage.
I did it too, dude. I did it for minutes on end.
Dude,
she
I got
did
both
not
of them to crawl.
Fucking do it. I watched Chris do it. It didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't like you guys. I don't. What can I say?
I don't care if they fucking like me or not. Fuck these bitches. They suck.
Jeremy's not on my PlayStation.
But with this one, you can also do the same exploit you can do with Laughing Octopus. You literally just kind of have to go over to where the tank is at, or the cargo ship or whatever, or the truck. Go underneath the truck, and then she'll crawl down, and she'll like be reaching her arm and just shoot it 3 times with the Musnagan or whatever, and she's done. So you can do that too, I guess. Or like you said, just play the music and wait for the timer to finish.
I just used the camera because I was so pissed off. I was like, "Fuck this!" I'm just.
That's what I mean. Yeah, the camera.
And I just pointed it at her until the time ran out.
Mm-hmm. But so yeah, like unfortunately, again, I do feel bad that I didn't get to replay this section here and at least have more comment on this section. But I want to say, like I said, I just verified watching other footage from other YouTubers that according to Otacon, she quote unquote can smell you upwind or downwind, and so you got to position yourself to be downwind of her. Like I said, there are little glowing things around her. I want to say if you shoot those things somehow or damage them, maybe with some kind of explosives or some shit like that, like maybe the rocket launcher from Raven or some shit like that. It might overheat her suit or something, cause her to expose herself. I want to say something like that happens. I don't think you have to wait for her to be sniping at you. I think there's ways to manipulate her to have a better chance.
I remember he had said something about like she can't breathe inside there or something, or there's no vents or something, and the only time you can hit her is when the cockpit is open.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the only time you can hit her. like her, but I'm telling you,
Yeah.
there's little. I want to say you can't force her to come out. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Just like with Raven, if you to Raven, with her the way she gets all tired and she's like resting on one of the buildings, is by constantly pissing her off by either shooting at her or destroying her little drones or whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets mad and she starts saying like I'm gonna start overheating or some shit like that. And if you keep up the fight, she will eventually overheat and go down to one of the buildings, which is still bullshit because you only get one shot at her, whether it's lethal or non-lethal, Moss Nagant or the MK22 or whatever. No matter what gun you use, it's just one shot, I believe, and then like she falls off and then she gets right back up on her fucking what do you want to call her glider, her Green Goblin glider and shit, you know. But
Or pumpkin.
But yeah, so you defeat her, and then that's all that happens. No one calls you. No one says anything. And that's it.
Thank God.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Great.
Yep.
End of episode. Love
Yeah, I
it.
spoke to Rose.
We forced you to call Rose
twice during that stream, and both of them were an absolute waste of time. So there's absolutely no reason to call Rose. I'm never calling her. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say, if you call Rose this one time, you will get a perfect ending. Blah blah blah. I don't care. I'm not talking to Rose.
Not even to shake her boobs. Not even to get the jiggles. Say
what you did, as long as you get deleted from this game.
Exactly.
But
oh man,
no. So you freaking beat her, and you get a call from good old boy Durbin, and he tells you your story, Kriss. I felt like this story kind of.
Did you just correct him to the right name, Kriss?
I did.
I felt like Kriss, like you kind of the story kind of hit you a little bit more than the other stories.
It
Am
did,
I right?
yeah.
Okay.
This one like actually hit hard.
Okay.
Like this is actually a sad story.
Because you've also eaten children?
Not that the other ones aren't sad, but like
no, not the whole. I mean, the eating child part that was messed up. But like what happened to her brother, that sucks.
Oh,
sure, absolutely.
The trying to keep him quiet.
Yeah. And then she suffocated him.
That is, you're right. That is the only one that I'm like, fuck. But then they ruin it with the whole eating the children part. I was like,
that was just stupid. Like
that
doesn't make any sense.
Like it wasn't trauma enough that she murdered her own brother. Like,
yeah.
Come on. Anyway, I guess I'll let Durbin 2.0 tell us the story.
No, that's it. Like again, you guys nailed it. It's her family was killed. Her whole village was killed. It was just her and her baby brother. I couldn't remember. I knew it was a baby. I just couldn't remember if it was what the exact story was. But it's her and her baby brother like were the only ones that escaped, and they ran away and they went into a he says an abandoned hut or some shit like that. I always thought it was a cave, but because there is like some kind of a thought experiment out there that talks about being in a cave and would you strangle it? Literally, this is a social experiment that's been done where it's like, would you suffocate a baby in order to save everyone inside the cave or whatever, you know? But point being is the baby started crying, so she put her hand over the baby's mouth and she was scared. It doesn't say her age, but I'm assuming she must have been a teenager, you know, early teens or something like that. The baby died, stopped breathing. Unfortunately, she killed her own baby brother, and then she starts walking apparently for God knows how long, carrying or holding her baby brother. And she imagines a wolf walking right next to her. And then when she's finally rescued by humanitarians or something like that, like her baby brother's body's just decomposed. It's gone. You know, there's nothing left. And so like she's in this camp now with refugees, and she hears babies crying, and you know, it reminds her of her own baby brother kind of thing. So she kills all the babies. Again, it's very weird that she kills all of them in one night, I guess. And nobody noticed her howling as she's fucking killing babies.
That also didn't make sense to me. Like, there's nobody there watching over the kids. Like, if there are babies, there's going to be an adult there watching the babies, taking care of them. Like,
well, I'm imagining a refugee camp where everyone's kind of got their own little tent or their own little bunks or something like that, and so everyone's sleeping. So I mean, I could see what
baby bunks.
Baby bunks. I could see. I don't imagine a nursery necessarily, Chris. Personally, I just imagine like, you know, you're a refugee, you got your little bunk, and you got your baby next to you, and then she just walked up. Even if the baby wasn't crying, she just probably, you know, snuck up and just suffocated each one of them. But you wouldn't be howling. So I just like to maybe add that she howled in her brain only and not in
If
real
the
fucking
baby
life.
wasn't crying, then what triggered her?
The
memory
ones
of
that were
her-
crying, just
of
the
her
ones in
brother
general.
crying.
Well, the ones that were crying triggered her, and then in her
Yeah.
mind was like, all babies must go. All babies, even the ones that aren't crying, are the potential to cry. So let's kill it now before it cries. Because I don't imagine every single baby was crying at the same time in this camp. I just imagine there was a few of them, and then she killed all of them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Drebin's like, oh, she was howled as a wolf, blah, blah, blah. And then he has to go and add the line that says, like, of course, there was no wolf. It was all just in her brain.
Yeah, because you said that at the beginning of the fucking thing. You said she imagined a wolf next to her.
It's obvious. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's clear there's no wolf that's eating these children and she's controlling it or something. Like, she is the wolf. Duh. It's like, that's what the other two were as well, you know?
Yeah.
I do think it's funny. Story, even though this one, like, with the baby brother part, like, it's like I really felt it. This is really, I think this is the story that finally, like, pushed me off the edge with Drebin, like, the first time playing, because it's just like, time for another bedtime story, Snake. This one's about crying wolf. And it's just like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, I really cannot take any more of your shit. Like, just shut up. And then, like you said, of course, there was no wolf. It was her. Get it?
Not like
here, let me spoon feed you everything.
Yeah, dude. Like,
it's like that's not Hideo way. That's not Hideo's way. Like, what the heck?
It does feel like, that's what I'm saying, is like this writing throughout the whole game up to this point, it feels very sophomoric. Like this, I don't, you know how I said MGS3, Kojimo. Kojima's Kojimo. That's, you know, instead of Jimbo, it's Kojimo. He put his heart and soul into 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel his heart and soul in this one.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like he had a gun to his head on this one, because technically he kind of did. We did talk about how, like, he was receiving, I think we talked about it. He was receiving
death threats.
Yeah,
he was receiving death threats after 2.
Death threats. Yeah, but
for every game, after 2.
Well, but not as crazy to the point where he was just like, oh shit, I do need to make this game. Like, he didn't really feel that in 3. In 4, he was like, the fans are going to kill me because they need to know what happens with Raiden and Snake after 2.
After 2.
And also, I feel it throughout the whole game.
Also, you got to admit too, Konami was also like, hey, motherfucker, this thing makes money, so fucking make another one. You also got to admit that.
I don't think Konami was doing that because...
You don't think so?
Well, because of future things. I don't
future
really...
things are much more different than just like, hey, this game makes money, so just make a 4th one, and maybe this 4th one's the one I was like, all right, man, like...
Yeah, like, I don't know. I couldn't speak to that. I mean, we obviously this is all theory. We don't know.
It's all theories, but again, because we do know this. Again, he didn't want to make any more. We keep saying that over and over and over and over again.
after every Metal Gear, he's like, I'm done.
Yes, I'm done. That's what he kept saying,
including the first one.
Yeah,
and exactly, including the first one. But again, you're saying like, I don't know if they were putting a gun to his head, but we do know that because we got Peace Walker and we got other ones. They weren't his ideas. They weren't fan ideas. They were Konami ideas, in my opinion.
I don't think Peace Walker was a Konami idea.
But what about the ones after that? Were those Konami ideas or were those Kojima ideas? Because they weren't fan ideas. Yeah.
What's after Peace Walker? 5? Are we talking about 5?
Yeah, 5 GZ.
Well, okay, I believe
that's all Konami.
No, I don't believe that.
No?
I believe from Peace Walker on, this was where he was like, I want to do this. Like, he wanted this.
You think so? Huh.
Yeah, which makes it the whole more tragic.
Really? I don't get that. We'll have to come back to that, Kriss. We can't really say much right now. It's a lot of lulelo right now.
Which, by the way, now that we're kind of getting on that, what episode are we? We're like on episode 43, I think now.
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah.
I know none of us have actually gone back to listen to the podcast and pick out our favorite spots. So I think for the 50th, we're actually going to have a 50.5 without Kriss.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So
Kriss like, cool.
Yeah.
I think that'll be good for the fans because you guys will get to talk about like future stuff and secret things and everything.
The whole pie. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's cool.
I think this is a good spot for it because it'll be just a little bit after 4 and definitely before 5. So it's something that I keep thinking about it and I'm like,
will it be after 4?
Oh yeah.
Because how many
episode
more
50?
episodes do we have of this?
Maybe 4 more, I think. No, not
so?
even.
Yeah. I agree. About 4 or 5.
Well, so we have this one, which is 43, 44 will be part 2 of this. And the
Mhm.
last one might be, I think it should only be 2 parts, but it might be 3 depending on.
Oh, that's right. There's only 5 acts. Okay, yeah. I was thinking there was 6 or 7 for some
and
reason.
then
Okay.
and then our summary of it with our special guest, who if he's still
Yeah.
interested.
Very good.
So yeah, it'll definitely be before we'll end before 50, but we
Mhm.
have a couple of small things like mobile and touch, or no, sorry, touch is the same thing. Touch and social ops. I think we'll do some research on those and talk about those.
Sure. Hold on. How did we get on this subject? Oh yeah, about the Drebin thing. Quick side note here. I forgot to mention that after Wolf, quote unquote, dies or falls asleep, whatever really happens to them, you get a wolf that comes out and picks her body up and takes her.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
It's pretty
nice
cool.
Touch.
It made me think about like, how do animals know that he kind of like had to like wiggle his way in. You know, he had to kind of like corkscrew to wiggle her body onto his back.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just makes you think like, I feel like animals really would do that, but how do they know instinctually?
To
like,
pick her up like that?
Yeah, because it's just like,
no,
I don't
this
know.
fucker would drag her, dude. Well, I don't know. I think he would fucking.
So you think it was? So you think it was cinematic?
I think so.
I kind of thought it was.
He would have grabbed her leg and pulled her. Like even if he was trying to be nice for like quote unquote, he would have dragged her ass.
In my opinion.
Maybe. but
I think it was. I think it was like you said, cinematic and more of a trying to show the meaning behind gesture. It rather than this is what actually happened.
Yeah.
Like this wolf recognizes another wolf and is not going to drag her away like a piece of meat.
Yeah, it's the whole like I'm going to show her honor. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Which we did tell Kriss as soon as you get control of your character, save and quit. So he did save and quit. He got the trophy or the little figure in and saved and quit. But
well, no, I went to the next room too.
Yeah, he was. I was
about to go downstairs. Yeah,
I know. And I was like, Kriss. I was like, Kriss, or I just said checkpoint. Yeah. And he's like, oh, this here. And AJ was like, for the love of Christ, save. You know.
But when you reload your file, I guess I'll let you know so you don't miss it. You can see the wolf again, and this one comes up to you, and he has little hearts on him. And it's
they already did have hearts, I think, when he was walking around.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, you did see that part? Okay.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one has little hearts. It's the same wolf pup that you met. What was it again? Okay. 9 years ago.
Yeah.
At least it's implied it's the same pup because he likes you. Why would a fucking random wolf come up to you and have hearts? It's the same one.
You're old now. I don't know.
Because you still smell like pee.
Yeah, you still smell like piss.
Now you smell like old man pee. You're like, oh, I know this old man.
I still have the marking of Sniper Wolf. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, why not?
That's funny.
But so with that said, I was going to add 2 more things to this. So the whole Drebin. Go ahead.
I wonder if it is still marking because she says you're marked until she kills you, and she didn't kill you. So
the wolves still think of you as the enemy, even after she scratches you.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
unless you have the handkerchief.
Oh, right.
Or the piss box. The piss box, yeah. What was I going to say? So the section here. So Kriss, I did want to ask you this, and I remember when I was listening to your gameplay of the section, I kind of got my answer, but I did want to ask you because I know where Noe stands, and I wanted to know where you stood on the whole Drebin, on the Drebin telling you the stories, because I've had a feeling you were also on Noise's side of like show me, don't tell me. So do you feel the same?
I'm not a fan of exposition.
Okay.
In this sense, especially like you've gotten so used to in these Kojima games, like you have to figure it out. You have to think about the stuff that's going on. Like I kind of think back, like Noe said, MGS3 was his baby, his special project. I didn't realize it was Big Boss until the end. Because I wasn't thinking about that. That wasn't in my mind. Whereas this is just here, I'm going to spoon feed you this information. And even when you do understand what's going on, I'm going to continue to spoon feed you this information. And like, it's not gotten to the point to me yet where it's like, okay, just shut up. I'm tired of hearing this, but it's starting to get close.
It doesn't feel
like
as
I'm not as far leaning towards hating this game as much as Noise is, I don't think. But I can certainly understand and appreciate where he comes from.
Okay.
It's leaning on like MGS2 areas, you know what I mean? Like it's not that bad, because there's more cinematics than there are codec calls as opposed to MGS2. But yeah, it's just those stories are just so impersonal. Like I don't give a shit.
Really,
Well, and like I had said with I think with even Octopus, it would have been so much better if at that end part where she's like she's still clearly talking to you, she's still clearly alive, whether you killed her or she's falling asleep or whatever, she can still talk. Have her explain her story then, or between when you beat the suit and you fight her in person.
Yeah,
Have them tell the story then.
I think you guys said that. Like, what if it was when you were supposed to be like tranking her in her out of suit mode? I would have liked that. I would have liked her just saying things while I'm trying to shoot her.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
I don't know, just
No, that's fine. And again, and so I did want to ask that because I remember the last episode with Raven was the last episode was one shot. I did feel you kind of saying like, the fucking Draven's annoying or whatever.
It was really hard for me to not be negative. Like, to be honest, I was like,
well,
how
no,
do
I'm talking
I
about
convey
Kriss.
this
No,
without
you were. Oh
being
no,
a dick?
you were like from the moment you hit record, you're already like, fuck this. Like, I'm ready. I'm done. I'm moving next fucking game. But no, so I was like, oh, I want to ask Kriss because now we saw the wolf one again because I felt that the wolf story did hit you a little bit more than the other ones. And I was like, I'm still like unsure if like, do you like the Drebin exposition or not? I will say I
don't like the Drebin exposition.
You don't like the exposition.
It's not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Have the characters themselves tell you or something, something like that.
Something different.
And the whole like even I would have taken a step further, even like just keep it at she killed her younger brother.
Yeah,
she didn't have to kill all those refugees and stuff. Like,
or
even if it was like that triggers her and that sends her back to that and just it causes her to have flashbacks of that or whatever. Like PTSD actually works. Like I get they want to make these people like, oh, they've killed a bunch of people and they didn't mean to or whatever.
Yeah.
But like make it realistic.
No, I do feel I do understand what you mean by that. Like they do seem. And now you did mention on the first one, like these things kind of can happen, but they do feel a little over the top for sure coming out of maybe Drebin's story time, as he puts it.
Well, just even like I'm even talking about just the story itself. Like it's believable that she was so panicked because the way he explained it is she was so focused on trying to keep her brother quiet that she's not focused on is he okay, is he breathing? Right. She's focused on what is this guard doing? Are they going to find us?
Yeah.
Are we going to die? She's focused on that. And then she turns her attention to her brother and finds out, oh, he's not breathing. What's going on? Then she realizes, shit, I just killed my brother. That's deep. That's traumatic. That is something you would have to live with the rest of your life. It's not a situation of, oh, these ravens came and picked at everyone and now I'm sad because everyone's dead. That sucks, yes. But it's not like a personal tragedy, So that's like that kind of stuff. That's what makes the difference for me is that she had done this not because she was trying to or because like she's angry or anything, but she's trying to save both of them, and in doing so ends up inadvertently killing her younger brother.
Yeah, the thing that sucks about that whole thing is that it was a situation under her control.
Yeah.
And that was collateral damage of the whole situation that she was in. Yeah, this is the better story, but they took it too far afterwards.
Yeah.
If
they had left it at that and didn't go to the whole like, oh, she was found in a refugee camp or whatever. Even if it was, she carried her brother and by the time they found him, she was already decomposed or whatever.
And that's it.
That goes to show the connection she had to him because she knows he's dead. She knows he's gone, and she still carries that with her. That is a direct parallel to the weight that she carries that she killed her brother.
Oh yeah.
She's carrying his body around. It doesn't get any more direct than that, and that would have been perfect had they left it at that, but they had to keep going and they had to take it further. More. It's like, now it's not believable. Now there's not as much stake in it anymore. There's not as much weight to it.
Yeah.
No, I get you. Mm-hmm.
And one thing I remember reading a lot and just hearing about is, like I said, none of these stories are believable PTSD or mental health issues.
Yeah.
It's just like Kojima received a lot of flack actually for
Did he?
For these kind of, that's what I remember reading and stuff. that people were just like, Kojima doesn't understand mental illness, and these were kind of like, these are ridiculous.
Yeah.
That they were, and you know, obviously, if he's never experienced it, he doesn't know how to write about it. You know, write what you know is what they always say to authors and stuff. And this is a part of his creative writing where you can see he is weak in, like he does not understand mental illness or PTSD. And unfortunately, it shows here.
Okay, no, that's fine. Like I said, for me, I'm definitely in the in the camp. Let us know out there what you guys think. I don't mind them. I do think they can be a little bit over the top, but I think that's just the whole point, is just show how fucked up these girls are, if you will. But I don't mind them. I actually personally was looking forward to beating the bosses to find out what their story was. That was me. I didn't mind them again. Maybe that to me it triggers the, like you said, the bedtime story again, because to me it just triggers like okay, let me sit down and just listen to this story that he's telling me. I don't know. I didn't mind them. I do also agree in the sense where like there are times or in other games, or I can't think of something in this game in particular where I'm like, bro, like just let me play instead of telling me like, oh my god, like the whole Lord of the Rings, where is it, Two Towers, where they're on top of that fucking wall. They're like, oh my god, the orcs are now fighting the things, and it's like, dude, show me the fucking fight. Don't talk about the fight, you know. I didn't mind it. Wasn't there a joke like that in like Lord of the Rings?
Talking about when Gimli wanted Legolas was talking about the armies, and Gimli was standing like, "What's happening? What's happening?"
I think so.
Legolas
They make fun of it in South Park
I
for
can
sure.
tell you, or I can get you, box to stand on or whatever.
Yeah, would you like me to describe it to you?
Yeah.
But like I said, because
that's made in jest. That's not here. I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to, give you exposition of the orcs are standing there and they're doing this and this is what's happening and that kind of stuff. So
I think
that's meant to be as a joke.
I think the root of where maybe it's not just me, but maybe this is why everyone also kind of was like, what the hell with these stories? Why did they have to be fucked up to begin with? There are no bosses in the history of Metal Gear where the bosses have mental problems or PTSD or anything like that. That's just the way they are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Because like even let's say Marionette Owl, right?
Okay.
That's the one. I forget exactly the story, but I just remember that one was like some real trauma.
Sure,
that
was traumatic.
That's what I remember you guys were saying. I don't remember the story, but
yeah,
none of it was like
her fiance was killed or something, and then she killed her. Then her, I don't know. Yeah, I remember.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't like. And that's
or like,
why they're fucked up.
I get you. Yeah,
you know
I get
what I mean?
you. Like Pirate Bison wasn't like, oh, my family burnt down and it was traumatic, so now I burn everyone. It was, I get you on that point. But I would argue that there are plenty of not as bad. I don't know.
But also, what a coincidence that 4 beautiful women have very similar traumas, are fucked up, and now work as the Beauty and the Beast unit / Snakehound for Ocelot, all relatively around the same age. Like that, it's all of it is improbable.
I don't.
That's what really bothers me. You know what I mean?
It breaks that suspension of belief. Yeah. Even in video games, it's like, really, like, was this if we found out later this was all set up or something? But even then, it's like, how do you know what path they're going to go down when this happens? Because people react to different things differently.
It just all feels insanely orchestrated because it is. Because Kojima wrote it, and that's it was just plot. I need plot.
Hold on. Can I talk now? Thank you. So first of all, no. Okay, you're saying like, what are the coincidences that 4 like? I mean, that's 4 that we know of. Again, remember the Patriots had. What are the chances that Raiden was on the big shell? They had hundreds and hundreds of child soldiers, and these are the best ones. I mean,
they picked Raiden. They told us they picked Raiden specifically because
of his relationship with Solis. I know. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like there was again, like said, why did they pick him over Raiden? Okay, well, likewise, why would they pick these 4 over? Why was there 4? For all you know, there's fucking.
Well, I don't mean exactly like 4, but just why is there more than one person that has the same kind of trauma, the same age, with the same beautiful looks,
with same result? Again, yes, bad writing, but you can always say those are the only 4 that we know of. There's probably plenty more. There's probably plenty more fucked up soldiers. There's probably a boy squad. There's a K-pop boy squad out there that they are
Right.
taking code
But
names from fucking Ghost Babel.
But this is the only one that has 4. They're interchangeable, right?
Yeah.
They're interchangeable bosses.
Sure.
They're not unique in any way except in name.
Well, except the fucking boss fight. You're talking about they're not
Well,
unique.
sure, because of the machine that they're in, but you can swap them all if you wanted. Put one in the other machine. Put the other one in the other machine. Like
sure. That's what you're arguing, but that the actual beauty, portion of them can be interchangeable. But the boss fights are different, so you can't say they're not.
Yes, no, I understand that, but you can't put the end in the Fury fight, could you?
The Fury, no.
Right. The end is like 100 years old.
He's not going to jump around.
Yeah, you can't put the fear in the Pains fight. It's just
you can't put anyone in the Sorrows fight.
Yeah, this is my problem with the Beauty and the Beast fights. It's just they're not unique except for the fight itself. I agree with that, but story wise, look wise, like just they're literally it just looks like they just did a model swap on their heads, right?
Yeah.
The bodies look exactly the same.
Sure. Yeah. The models, 100%, sure.
Yeah. I'm not trying to downplay what you're saying, but this is
no.
This is the weakest part of the game.
I'm just trying to give reasonings why, like you, if you wanted it to work, you can make it work. If you wanted it to, again, I'm not saying you should have to make things work, but we do that in a lot of medias anyway. There's a lot of medias where like we kind of fill in some gaps and just to make it fit. But
you justify it, yeah,
to justify why they are who they are or whatever. You guys covered so much shit that I had shit that I wanted to say, and then I forgot most of it now. But,
sorry.
Which again, it's awesome. I think it's fine. I think it's you both hate this whole section or these bosses.
No. I hate them. Chris is okay with them.
No, Chris hates them too. He fucking hates them. I heard it in his voice this time. It was there, clear as day. He fucking hates them. But I really don't know where I was going. What subjects or what comments I was going to make earlier. Because the only thing I can still remember right now is that I was going to mention that I was going to say like, because I do want your general input on this, was that you're mad that like show me don't tell me thing, but then we all got a lot of tell me's from the boss in Metal Gear Solid 3, and we love her. We didn't see her do any of her shit. The mission where she killed the Sorrow. We were just told that she fucking killed her the Sorrow, her
But
lover.
we've made this point before. She told us, not someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember that point, but okay.
It's not like we were talking to Volgan and he's like, this is why she is that way.
Okay.
The only exposition we really got from the boss was from Eva. And even then, we got it from someone that we cared about, at the end.
Versus Drebin, someone who we just met.
Who the fuck is this guy? Does he know them personally? Who the fuck is he?
And that's where I still...
He's also just reading it off a fucking paper. He wasn't
I still can't say what I got to say until we actually beat the game. So I still have some stuff about Drebin that we have to wait for. But okay, good. Chris hates them. Confirmed. But yeah, so that's the checkpoint. Overall, like we said, Chris, I hope you felt it too. This is a highlight of the game, especially compared to the last fucking act, right?
Yeah.
It's cool to be back at Shadow Moses. Again, at least we were super excited. I think you were too, based on like I said, at least the Metal Gear Solid 1 reenactment.
It was cool. Yeah, even afterwards, I know I don't like always show like, oh, I'm enjoying this or this is fun or whatever, but it was a nice callback to be back there again.
It's nostalgic as hell, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We all were excited in this section.
Yeah,
like for sure. I didn't even mention like my first playthrough. I was looking at everything.
Oh yeah,
because I was like, is this where where it was from last time? I looked at every detail and I was like, wait, this wasn't like this. And then but you have to think about like how many years have gone by since you were at Shadow Moses. What, like 9? So things are dilapidated. And I remember going like, wait, where are the fucking bodies in the hallway that Cyborg Ninja?
Yeah, we didn't mention that you run out of that hallway and there's still the bloodstains.
Right, the bloodstains are still there, but they mentioned that they got rid of the warheads inside that one room. So that means they also had to have gone downstairs, get the bodies or whatever. So yeah, like every detail was like thought of. But yeah, just no, I looked at everything. I was like,
yeah. Another thing I thought was cool too, the little like hallway room right after the where you fight Vulcan Raven the first time. and before the missile storage or whatever.
Mhm.
Up on the left, there's that like long little walkway towards the
Sure.
like. There's like a
Control panel.
control panel, whatever. In the original MGS one, there was a rations there, and there was one in this one as well. So I thought that was cool.
God damn
Okay.
it,
I don't know if that was
completely
on
remember
purpose.
that shit.
I don't know if that was done on purpose or if it was just let's throw a ration in here because there's room.
No, definitely on
But
purpose.
I thought that was a cool little callback. So
Definitely on purpose. That's why, like instead of the gun being on the truck, it's they should have put it on the truck, but they knew everyone was going to check the truck, so they put it underneath the fucking truck. They're like, it's not there. It's because everyone, and you did it. All the YouTubers that I've been watching did it. I fucking did it. Personally, I don't think I found it my first time through.
I don't think either.
I think it wasn't until like afterwards somebody was like, no, it's underneath the truck. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, let's go fucking beat this again, which I was going to do anyway. So
yeah.
So I guess next checkpoint will be beat it, Chris. And I want to ask you, what do you think is going to happen?
Wait, beat the game or beat this?
No,
okay.
just the
beat
fucking
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, we're clearly being guided down, I guess you could say. We're headed towards the smelting area.
Oh, okay.
Next.
Sure.
So
right, the furnace,
yeah, furnace. That's what it is. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what to expect.
Do you think you'll get to it's no good? I can't do it. Relive those moments.
Oh, that's right, because we are going after Rex. Yeah. I would imagine there's going to be a flashback of that. Yeah, during one of the cutscenes or something.
Okay.
And it'll probably be one of those things where it'll play like they've been doing, where you get the little thing from Vulcan Raven and all that kind of stuff, the little flashbacks, the audio flashbacks, I guess.
Okay.
I'm sure there'll be something like that down there, and yeah. So oh gosh, I'm not sure. I kind of feel like we'll get I don't know. I honestly don't know what to expect.
Do you think Raiden will be ready to go soon?
I think we won't get Raiden until probably Act 5.
Yeah, I mean he's like recovering, but he still looks like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still hurt, but like
so it's I'm sticking with my original thought with that is that we're not gonna use him until the end of the game, and it's not gonna be going back and forth between him and Snake.
I mean, we're Act 4, so I mean that.
Well, yeah, I said that like at the beginning of like end of Act 2 and beginning of Act 3.
Yeah.
I said it was seeming that way. So, but then at the beginning of the beginning of Act 4 here, I was like, oh, maybe we'll get to play with him for a while, and but no, it's yeah. So I'm a little disappointed with that.
It's not over yet.
Oh yeah.
Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet.
What about so every act has had like one boss fight except the first one, I guess. The first one only had the frogs.
I never really like counting
it's because it's kind of like the firefight in the cell.
Yeah, firefight, yeah.
In MGS1.
Yeah. Or fucking the tanker. Well, you had Olga, I guess. So but yet Olga and then the firefight in the tanker hallway or whatever you want to call it.
Oh right, yeah. Like are you like you okay with just like one boss fight per act, or would you like more?
I'm okay with that. I get the feeling because we still have Metal Gear, so we still have to fight that, and then the last boss, Mantis, that I can't remember what it's.
You still can't remember the what is it? The adjective or the verb? I can't remember.
Adjective.
Dude,
Yeah.
okay. Don't start.
The adjective, verb, whatever, both.
What does your chat mostly do to you?
Screaming.
There you go.
Oh,
is it Screaming Mantis? Oh,
yes.
Okay. But yeah. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be both of them in Act 5 or how that's gonna work. But I don't know. I don't see any big boss fights the rest of this act.
Okay.
All right.
So I think maybe we'll be introduced, but I don't think it'll be any big boss.
You think she'll show up, but we won't fight her yet?
Either that or Metal Gear, because there's all this talk about Rex and everything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means we're fighting Rex again or what's going on with that. But
you think you'll see Rex in HD?
That would be nice.
4K.
Have to shoot the radome again.
I think that's what I wanted to say. 4K, not 4D.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
No,
And I get what you mean too, because it's 3D, but it's top down. So yeah.
Oh, no, only is experiencing this game at 4K, even though he's getting some crashes. He says.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, cool, Kriss, cool. Pretty much next one is confirmed, right? No, it's just beat this act.
Yeah, beat the act. I kind of feel like Kriss might need a second day with this one.
Okay.
So I wouldn't leave it to Thursday.
Okay.
Just in case.
Without making time on Friday, I guess you could do it Thursday if you.
Yeah, you could do it Thursday if you make time for Friday.
If in case, but for sure, like don't leave it Friday 5 p.m. I don't think
judging by your crying wolf performance, you may need a second day.
I'm interested for sure to see what happens. Yeah, like I said, for sure, my highlights as of right now were I wanted to see how you handled octopus fight. I wanted to see how you handled what do you call it? The whole revelation of Big Boss's body and all that stuff, and then this section here, this whole act is what I was like. All right, I want to see how Kriss handles or reacts to these next sections here. I thought it was super funny how AJ was getting mad at you. She's like, "Damn it, Kriss, you missed the flashback!" Or "Damn it, Kriss, like she just said something important," and you're like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Yeah, don't worry about the fucking flashbacks. I don't even think I fucking hit them all.
No, the flashbacks don't matter. But I think I'm the one that's saying your mission flashback. But I meant like not flashbacks, but like details when they're like, "Oh, turns out Eva was your great grandmother," and Kriss is like, "Wait, what? What happened?" But anyways, have fun, have fun.
Call me Eva. I knew it. Yes, Kriss. She's been telling you for the past 10 minutes.
I know. Like that. He goes through all of Act 3, and and she's like, "Eva." He's like, "That's Eva." Like Kriss. She said it.
Shit.
But yeah, cool.
Or worse yet, wait, I'm a clone of Big Boss?
I'm a clone of Big Boss.
I'm Big Boss?
He beats this game. He's like, wait, Old Snake is Solid Snake? What?
Shit. That'd be the greatest.
Oh, man.
That'd be so good, dude.
All right. Cool. No, I'm ready.
The trailer almost made him think he was Big Boss because he was like, no, wait. That's on the other side. Yeah. Just the fact that detail was like, wait, the eye patch. I was like, whoa, he actually like paid attention to what side it was on. Yep. So yeah, the right eye, which is a detail that happens in this game.
I know, right? And then
I don't know if German.
I think it's super fun. No, I know with your left eye, right?
Yeah, because that's the one that's functional.
No, and then Kriss is over here calling it Solid Sun. I don't know why the fuck he's calling it Solid Sun when it was the third sun.
Well, I forgot the entire third act existed.
You did, dude. It was gone. That's 404 error right there.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean?
Fucking noise.
I thought you were trolling for deleted those files.
No, I was like, what do you mean? We're in the third act. So I was like, we still have 2 more
trolling left. for like a second, and then I realized, like, no, he's not. He's straight up gone, and we just talked about it.
The whole episode is gone.
Yep.
All right, cool.
It's out there. Cool. Cool. Yeah. So, you got your marching orders. Finish the act, and what's a new way to destroy your hardware?
Oh, dude, we got to come up with some new stuff.
Let's see. This last time I set fire to my house.
Yeah, what's beyond that?
I'll use a stinger. No, not stinger missile. Javelin.
Yeah.
No, that'll work. That won't work because it'll shoot it into the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I'll strap it to a javelin. How about that?
Just
strap it to a rocket.
That's what I meant.
Space.
That's what I was thinking. That's my mind was attached to the javelin, so you go up into the orbit.
Yeah, for sure, you would need a new copy at that point. Because burning house, you could still save the disc, snap the disc, you could still put it together. But if this thing is strapped to a javelin and goes up into the fucking sky, it's pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Cool. How about we'll compromise? I'll strap it to a mortar.
A mortar
that comes back down.
It comes back down. Yeah. So you can pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
And like paper through a shredder, you just gotta put the time into it, and you can put it back together. It'll work.
Jigsaw puzzle it back together. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Word. All right. Well, this was Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast. I was one of your hosts, Luis, codename Red Noise.
Hey guys, I was German, aka Chrono Riser.
And I am Kriss, aka Blue Rhino Boss.
And yeah, we'll see you guys. Oh, wait, no. God damn it. I got to remember.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that too.
Yes, if you would like to hit us up, you can contact us at 209-791-0995 if you'd like to leave a voicemail or a text. You could also email us at info@pixel-benders.com. But you can also check out what other content we have, which we do. We have new content.
Finally.
Pixel-benders.com. We have some new stuff. And not that the website will show you. I guess it'll just prompt you to go to Patreon because it is bonus content for our Patreons. But I'll get to that in a second. You can join our Discord, absolutely free. Come hang out, talk some stuff, discuss, and find more people to just shoot theories at, because there's still theories to this day.
Oh yeah. Oh sure.
That are just like, what happened here, what happened there, and how does this all connect? So if you want to come in and discuss, we have plenty of people who just want to talk Metal Gear. So yeah, join the Discord.
Or talk about how much you hate Drebin.
Yeah, please. I can't be the only one.
I don't hate him.
Yeah, out of the three, I'm the only one. Kriss is starting to get there. He's joining the dark side, and I'll get him by the end of the game. He'll be like, Noise was right. Anyways, if you want to follow us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Threads, I guess Twitter. I'm starting to want to not be on Twitter anymore, but it's on there for now. We're TikTok. Just search up Pixel Benders and you will see us there.
And TikTok may not be around a lot longer. I think January 18th.
Yeah.
Shit, is that real?
Something.
Yeah, that's real.
They've been saying that for like 3 years.
No,
but it's finally went through. So unless something changes, January 14th or 18th, one of those, I can't remember which one. But
whew! All right, 2 socials we can knock off the list. So Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, and Threads. Just in case this is in the future, which it will be. Some people will not be here until the future, until both of those things are gone.
That's how time travel works.
It is how time travel works, right, German?
Well, time travel, dude, I don't even know anymore, man. I'm so confused on time travel now, dude. Like, yeah, I'm telling you, I feel so. I remember I was thinking about the podcast and earlier how that was the whole running gag, because I was just talking about shit. I was like, dude, I remember this, but I don't remember this. And you're like, that's alternate German, and we haven't done that in a while. So I think as of right now, I have stopped floating around from 2 different.
You're stable.
Yeah. No more. What's that other movie? Jet Li movie, The One. Like
The
I'm just
One, yeah.
here. I'm just here. I haven't.
If you've seen Loki season 2, that's kind of what was happening with Loki.
I didn't
he was
see
like
Loki
time.
season 2.
Oh well, he was like time slipping. So that's kind of what you were doing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, if you'd like to support the podcast, you can through Patreon. You get live access to pod recordings, early access to episodes. You get a chance to be our guest, and now finally, bonus content that is only available to Patreons, any tier. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or whatever the hell I called them. You will get bonus content. We just recently did a review on Red 1 because German loves it so.
Yes, I wouldn't shut up about it, apparently.
Yeah. German was talking about it for the last 30 episodes, like since MGS2, right, guys?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Retcon it, man. Retcon it.
Before the movie even came out. Before the movie came out, he was like, "Dude, Red 1, can't wait." So we reviewed it with our other friend Bonnie, who has a French ass name. So so she joined us on it, and we just shot the shit about Red 1, and it was a great episode. So if you guys want to listen to it, join the Patreon. It supports the podcast, the hosting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah,
really appreciate it. We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary. January 29th is when we started.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
got a couple of weeks. We should definitely celebrate when that hits.
Sure.
A little bit. And it will be most likely in the middle of the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, but I'll think of something. Maybe a quiz about the podcast.
I was thinking that too.
Not about Metal Gear, just about the podcast. So hope you guys have retained information.
Jesus.
Well, we all know I haven't, but anyway.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.